Thank you for being with us for almost 2 years. Danny's almost 2 years.
It's almost 2 years, bro.
Insane.
It's almost 2 years.
Dude, I honestly...
And people said we weren't going to succeed.
Well, I mean, we haven't
proved them wrong yet, but that's what they said.
They haven't proved us wrong.
Yeah.
We haven't failed yet. Boy.
May God bless
the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar, and this is Danny. I am Oscar.
Astrology does not let me wrong. Like, I don't miss.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Unqualified Gurus podcast, the greatest podcast in the world. I am Oscar.
This is Danny, and we've reached the episode number 60.
60.
Of season 2.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Almost 2 years, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're almost at 2 years. We started on September.
Oh, shit.
I think it was right after my birthday. That was my gift. You said, I'll be on with you on the podcast for your birthday.
Well. Damn.
2 whole years almost.
2 years. Well, you guys, if you're still here or you're enjoying this, please sound off.
What's your most memorable moment of the last 2
2
years on the podcast? Just close your eyes. The first thing that shows up in your brain. If you're like me that can't imagine, just give it your best shot. Put it in the comments. What's the one thing you remember the most?
I know which is my favorite.
Which one?
The time that I surprised you and Tony with girl versions of ourselves.
That was really good. Yeah, that was really good.
That one was freaking hilarious. Yeah. What else? Damn, and now that we're thinking about it, it's been a long time.
I don't know why. I thought we had a lot of fun with the pizza episode. No, not the pizza. The pineapple episode. We had like pineapple beer and pineapple drinks, and the name of the episode was like, "Does pineapple go on pizza?" And I don't know why. I think we had a blast on that one, and then also the one where we argued about wheels versus doors.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I remember that one. But I see that was more fun probably to us in the episode. I don't know if they found it fun.
Back when we were doing this, ChatGPT didn't exist.
It did not.
You want to ask it? Well, I explained to them
who would win.
Yeah.
Can.
So there was like this big debate going on online like over a year ago now, that what do you think there's more of, doors or wheels? You know, and whenever you think about it, you know, a car typically has, you know, 4 doors if it's a sedan, and you have 4 wheels, so technically you're even. But then people start thinking, they're like, are drawers doors? And then
like chairs have little wheels, like the rolling chairs.
They're like, how about windows? And I'm like, no, I mean, it's a window. But it's like,
it has another
word.
But
you can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they was like, are bearings wheels? And it's just like, it just became a freaking insane rabbit hole that we were going down.
Yeah, like that dress. Is it golden or is it blue or what was it?
Yeah, I think that one was always just based off if you have a good battery life and you put your battery on high. You could tell that it was golden and white.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, I think the husband even confirmed it.
Okay. Right? Yeah, but husbands are always wrong. At least that's what I'm told. Okay, that's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah. Oh, look, I just looked over and they said toys. Do toy wheels count?
The question of whether there are more doors or wheels in the world is a fun one to contemplate. Even ChatGPT is having fun with it.
Yeah.
But it's challenging to answer definitely due to various factors and the breadth of the question. Here's a general breakdown. We don't have to read all of them, but vehicles, homes and buildings, appliances and furniture.
Yeah.
Many items in homes have doors, but no wheels. Toys, many toys, especially those designed as replicas of vehicles, have wheels. Industrial equipment, from large machinery to rolling tool chests, have wheels. Building miscellaneous, there are numerous other items to consider. For example, airplane landing gears have wheels, but planes also have doors. Considering those factors above, urban areas, countries or areas with significant public transportation, regions. Okay, but I want the answer, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
For a definite answer, one would need a detailed and comprehensive global survey. And even then, the numbers would be constantly changing.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
I just think, like, you know, knowing that, like, skyscrapers exist, how many floors and buildings, all of them have doors. Considering everything you know, which
I want to know, based on what it knows. I know up to my last unit vehicle. Don't repeat everything.
Come on, it's
bro.
Gonna repeat itself.
Maybe a little bit.
You need to ask Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, remember Dan?
The Google one?
Do anything? No, it was on ChatGPT.
Oh,
you would be like,
right,
answer this as Dan.
Answer this as Dan. Yeah, but I don't think it's.
Yeah, because they're just writing down everything again. But yeah, welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Oh look,
it's,
I would
it's Labor
cautiously
Day.
wait.
Oh.
I would cautiously lean towards the belief that there are more wheels than doors globally. However, this is an estimation, and the reality may differ.
Oh,
He
okay.
gave an answer.
It did give an answer.
I don't remember which one I picked.
I think ultimately, I think we were leaning towards wheels. I think that's
Wasn't Esteban arguing with us? Like whatever we said, he was like on my like. Have you guys thought about this? Is this?
I know. Maybe we were leaning towards doors, and then he brought up bearings.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Esteban,
no, it's-
sound off. Point is, it's Labor Day, bro.
It
We're
is
supposed
Labor
to be
Day.
on vacation.
Wait, I thought Labor Day we celebrate labor and we work extra. That's how I understood it. I even worked today. What the heck?
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, it is Labor Day. What did you do today, Oscar? Did you do anything productive? Did you just relax?
Not labor. Yeah,
You
I'll tell
relaxed?
that. Yeah. I watched Blue Beetle with my dad.
I watched Blue Beetle with my mom too. Not today.
Oh, you took
last
her.
Thursday. I took her. We
Yeah.
watched it in Spanish.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she enjoyed it. She
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
My dad typically hates superhero movies, but he seemed to enjoy.
My
it.
mom typically hates superhero movies. I think this might be just because of
Yeah, yeah.
connection
Of
with
course,
the-
of course, it's like a big biasy, but it's just like I'm telling you, like I like the I'm like you basically can smell what that house smells like. Like that's how well they portrayed
Right.
the culture, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he seemed to have liked it. So you know that's a
Nah,
win.
your dad and my dad, they will tell you when they don't like it.
Yeah, yeah,
You-
that is
they're,
true.
they're not gonna tell you if they liked it, but they'll tell you if they didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that is true.
That's how I could tell that he did like it.
Yeah, but you brought us a beer today.
I brought a Tarnation as per my little cousin's request.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's like a big can, and that's the rare one, or
Yeah,
what?
well they made like Tall Boys versions of it. Yeah,
Oh,
so you could
okay.
buy like a 4-pack of Tall Boys.
Got you. They didn't have it.
Yeah, so I was like, look, if they have the regular one, it's fine.
Yeah.
If they don't, they don't. But yeah, but this is from the patron saint, Saint Arnold.
Saint Arnold.
Yeah, and he helped during I think the water was contaminated, and he was serving people beer.
He was like, "Stop
And he
drinking
saved
water,
everybody,
drink
yeah.
beer." And ever since, we still listen to him.
Yeah. Yep, God bless him. You know, shout out. This one's to you.
This is to Saint Arnold.
Yeah, this one's really strong too. 9%.
Yeah, even the bottom says unreasonably strong L.
Yeah,
So,
when I go to St. Arnold's, that's my go-to right now.
this one.
Yeah.
This is seasonal too, right?
I
no?
don't think so. I
No?
think this is probably like a new replacement to like their heavy drink.
Okay.
I think it might be seasonal. I think you might be right.
I thought it was. I don't
I
know.
know that they bring the French press out every now and then too.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it. If we go back to rating, I think this probably gets like a 4. Yeah, because the taste is a little on the strong end, but it's a little different compared to everything else.
Yeah, I wouldn't chug this.
Yeah,
Not that I would chug a normal one, anyways. But four seems like a good number.
yeah, and it just blew up on you. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
wait for the bloopers to
I don't
see
know if
that.
you could tell, but there's like a wet patch on my pants. Yeah, I
We're
don't know.
just gonna accuse you of peeing on yourself.
That's fine. It opened and it just like just splashed everywhere. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
But yeah, with it being Labor Day, I'm surprised you actually went to work.
I just worked from home. I didn't have anything to do.
So you're like, I'm gonna put in hours.
Yeah, the thing is, I can shift hours around, so
Yeah.
I could, if I had work today, I could take Friday off,
Oh,
right? So I could just kind of say, I'd work on my free day and take another day for free.
that's freaking awesome.
So I just kind of said, just
Yeah.
working.
And Danny, I didn't want to call you out the
You
other
can
day
call me out, dude.
because I didn't want to
Mhm.
spoil your morning, like your activities. But I had texted you and you're like, oh, I'll answer you in a second. I'm kayaking in the nasty water.
And the nasty
in the
water
nasty
of-
water
of
on
Houston.
yeah. So we have the Buffalo Bayou that runs alongside the city, you know. And Daddy sends me a selfie that he's like floating in the middle of it on a kayak, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
We went kayaking, and you can actually go through the little bayou that goes right, like you said, right next to downtown.
I think so. The water.
You can see the water coming from the sewers, just falling in. I remember we were passing by, and it's like, look, a waterfall, and I'm like, there are some places,
Yeah.
in particularly under some bridges, that there is a funky smell.
I can imagine.
Yeah. You don't want to go in the water for sure, but it's not that bad. Like you get there's some things about like, man, which freeway is this? And then you go over the freeway and you're like, I was down there.
Yeah,
So there's kind of
gotcha.
like another angle of the city that you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I would never have seen this angle before. So you kind of feel like you connect with the
Where
city.
where,
more.
where is the entrance to it? I've never seen anybody kayak in that water. I've seen people fish, which is like, why?
Dude, we saw there were obviously like little fish jumping here and there.
Yeah.
But we had 2 instances where we saw a decent sized fish like jump out a little bit, just maybe catching something.
They had
And-
3 eyes.
Yes, maybe. Like we couldn't see the
The
eye.
one from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Oh, the yeah. But the second one was a gar.
Oh.
It was just cool to see. Not a big one. Probably like maybe this big. Probably both of them. But it was still like because they were like right there. Like they just snap out. Where you going? You can go in anywhere. In fact, actually, like right next to UHD.
No, but the thing is, like, did you guys have kayaks ahead of time?
No, you rent them. So there's people that just rent you a kayak. You know, like people that have kayaks.
Oh,
and say,
I thought there's somebody like posted up somewhere. So you guys like were actively looking for someone to rent a kayak from?
No. You just put kayak for renting and on Google Maps, and there's like people that just do that for business. That's like their business.
No, I get that, but it's like everywhere
it's
in
not-
the world you could have gone to, and nobody told y'all anything.
It's because that's actually where they give you the kayaks at the Buffalo Bayou.
Oh, they met you there.
Yeah, you meet them there, and so they give you the kayak there, and you return it back to the same spot. And but where we went in, it's kind of like the ugly part because right there they're like doing construction. It's not like right next to the city. So when you start and you look around, it's like looks kind of like a swampy kind of area. You can hear cars and people are doing construction right there. They're building a lot of apartments on that area. But once you get to once you pass the section, you can see the Minute Maid baseball stadium, and then you keep going, and then you get to like kind of like.
Oh, you start on the end by the apartments.
Yeah, those.
Oh, so you
before you actually like when you're coming from 59 South to I-10.
Yeah.
Before that, so that part is
So like if we're heading towards downtown, you're on the left side of I-10.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that part is kind of ugly. That's
That
the ugly
part's
part.
fucking awful.
Yeah, you're like, don't say kinda. That's ugly.
literally like they were like obviously I think they were apartments that were subsidized by the government, so it was like really poor areas.
Okay.
And I think one of them burnt down, and like soon after they just like demolished everything.
Okay.
So they ended up kicking all those people out. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had to find other places to live. But yeah, but they are rebuilding.
Yeah,
it. So
there's a lot of
but that
construction
area
going on
down
right
there is
there.
really ugly as hell.
Yeah, it is. You can see the bottom of the bridge, and you're like, man, this thing's about to fall.
Oh shit.
Nah, just play. But that you can see like,
Yeah.
that thing is broken, or you're like.
So y'all
makes you-
covered a lot of ground then.
We went all the way to the park, the Eleanor Tinsley Park.
You're the only one who calls it that. But yeah, like the Buffalo Bayou Park, like the one that oversees the.
Where you get the nice view of the city.
Yeah.
So we went all the way over there,
Damn.
and then back. But the thing about it is, so there's a part where it was the old port of Houston. So
Yeah.
Stacey looked it up because when you start going through there, you're like, this part right here looks like a port from back in the day.
Yeah.
And so that's actually where the kayak route begins. There's an official kayak route, and that's where it begins, and it goes all the way to like 610 North, just following that same Buffalo Bayou.
Oh, okay, it goes far.
And it's 26 miles. So you can kayak.
cover all of that.
You can kayak that 26 miles. It'll take you like.
Until you have to pass the gallery, like towards the gallery.
I don't know exactly where it ends. I didn't really look at the full path. We just looked it up. It's 26 miles. All I know is that based on their estimates, it can take you like 15 hours just to go from one point to the next.
Wow.
On a kayak.
Yeah, and then that nasty water. That's
We right there inside the city. I'm like, this is probably where it's the least deep because it kind of like branches out into two. So we went to the left side, and we got the paddle and we put it in the water just to see if we could touch the floor. Couldn't touch the floor.
It was deep.
It was at least
I think
more than 5 feet.
It has to be deep because that's what like basically drains the water out of
Yeah,
the city.
yeah, it's more than 5 feet.
Yeah,
That's
so
all.
because you basically you had the option to make a right and go towards the college or go left and
Right.
go to the
To the
city.
park. Yeah, yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I know all those areas because I walked around all that taking
Take
pictures.
photos.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I could take
Yeah.
some interesting photos from down here.
Very freaking brave to take my camera down there.
I mean, there's no current. Like
Yeah.
obviously there's a current, but it's very calm and
Well, it's because when we gone fishing with Ricky, like we've gone on the kayaks,
Right.
and it's just scary. Like even knowing like I would take like the hard case, like
Okay.
with the waterproof one, it's still just like
yeah, because you can drop it and you ain't gonna go in there
yeah.
to get it.
Oh, not in that one. I'm like, it's cool. Like I just
Yeah.
spend another $4,000.
Better than getting infected.
Yeah.
Or that what is it, the flesh eating bacteria or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was cool. I did enjoy the activity of just kayaking. Not necessarily that I would go back there.
No, and you're lucky that this weekend, like the weather's been like in the 90s. So it
That
hasn't been
that
like,
day wasn't that bad either.
Yeah.
There was a good chunk of the day that there was a lot of clouds,
Yeah.
so it made it not as hot. But if you ask Stacy, it was really hot. But I think the following day was way worse.
yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I did another Cars and Coffee.
you did.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Anything new? Do you feel like it's the same people going and every now and then new car comes in, or how
Yeah.
how do you view it as someone who, like, I figure like the first few times might be one experience. Once you go many times, it's like, okay, what's the mood like?
Since I do street photography, it's doesn't matter to me because as long as people are around cars,
Right.
I like capturing people looking at cars. That's my go-to.
right.
So it's never gonna change for me. Like, and the cool thing is, like, they tell you ahead of time. This time was Ferrari Day, and I really like the picture I took of the one that said red cars on the license plate.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool.
There was I was watching at your video. There was, I didn't look. I don't know if this that one. I didn't pay
No,
attention
that was
to the plate.
That was another one.
Oh, okay, that one. There was one photo of a red Ferrari. It
Yeah.
looked cool.
Thank
I
you.
like that
Thank
one.
you. There was it was one where the guy gets out of the car.
Yeah, that
No,
one.
okay,
the
no.
one before the guy get out of the car.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
yeah,
that one.
yeah. No, that's a Ferrari with a wide body kit. That thing's so cool. But yeah, it's Labor Day. We should be off relaxing, but luckily we're relaxing and drinking beer anyway. So
This is very true.
that's all that matters to
But
me.
to celebrate Labor Day, Cosino, I think we had an idea, and that idea was to go look at the most dangerous jobs
Yeah,
so that we can appreciate them.
Our-
But also,
we can appreciate our own little jobs.
That's
and
true.
make you glad you're not putting your life at risk for giant, massive corporations.
that's a good
You know?
point. So we went and we also thought, let's look at these and then say, do you think we could do them?
Yeah,
Then we could do 'em. So
Yeah.
now, of course, we need information that is reliable.
That we can trust.
Yes. We asked ChatGPT, and we're using the Keymate AI plugin, which gives us the actual links at the bottom. So if you want to go read it yourself,
oh,
You can,
it
yeah.
provides sources.
yeah, this gives you the sources. That's why I like this one.
Okay.
So you can go in there and be like, okay, let me see.
Yeah, no hallucinations here.
Well, maybe, but at least you can go validate it. So I
You
don't
wanna
know.
Start from the bottom up.
I don't know if this is the bottom one is the safest.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 10.
That's why I'm laughing at. I'm like the number that you're like, let's start with the safest one, and the first one that pops up, minors.
Minors. Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Minors. The risks, respiratory hazards, falls, entanglement hazards. Oh, Will Smith was in this one. His wife, entanglement. No. Explosions,
God,
fires,
I was like, where are you going with this?
noise exposure.
Yeah.
There's 25.4 deaths per 100,000 workers. Is this per year? Per year. I think that's what I put in the prompt.
I wish we knew how big the workforce was. That would help. But I mean, still, that is still relatively a good marker, I guess,
Yeah.
because
Well, if you look at, for example, number 9 is less deaths per 100,000 workers, but perhaps there are more
yeah,
workers because number 9 is construction workers, and we have our construction doctor guru.
yeah.
Rick.
Well, let's stick to minors for now. Okay. So respiratory hazards, we know it's called black lung. That's the main one that people have been suffering for decades and decades. Yeah. So, I think I can be a minor. I've seen the Seven Dwarves do it. It was like, dude, if Dopey can do it,
And they find
I can-
diamonds.
I can
Yeah, but they're
definitely-
finding
yeah.
gems. We're over here mining coal, Oscar.
like clean coal.
Clean coal. Yeah. We're washing it right after. Con jabón.
Yeah, Dub.
Dub.
Look, I'm just saying, this has been a profession that's been around longer than most jobs. I think it's one of the first ones to get you started on everything. So, as dangerous as it is, I'm pretty sure that nowadays they gotta have a little more safety stuff, right? I mean,
to a certain degree, yeah.
I imagine the people who were developing black lung were like back in the 70s, and they're feeling it now. You know,
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's the
because
unknown.
we're starting today.
Right. No, yeah, we're starting today.
We give us our
Where
pickaxe
we have our
and a shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I used one the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because they were breaking ground on Ricardo's restroom So
okay.
so they had to clear out the concrete. Those things are heavy.
I bet.
Yeah.
Do you get on it though?
No.
That's just in the cartoons.
I don't know if those exist.
Just in the cartoons.
Yeah, I think the ones you get on.
Is the toy?
Yeah, I think you think of the toy.
I get on that one.
On the pogo
I'll
stick.
get on the pogo stick.
Okay, I got you. So, all right, I say
Yeah, we can do it.
yeah.
We can do it.
All right, so
One day, if we ever get famous, someone's gonna call on
Yeah,
that and say, "Okay, I
Like, I have a
challenge
mind
you
me-
to actually do what y'all
like,
said on that episode."
first one to win the diamond, first one to find diamond wins. Dude, I play a lot of Minecraft. We forgot about that.
Yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. We can make our own pickaxe and everything.
Yeah.
Number 9, as I went ahead, construction workers, risks, falls, electrocution.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Yeah, being struck by falling objects and oh yeah. I was thinking of construction works. I was just thinking of like houses, but then I'm like, no, there's buildings.
Yeah. Well,
Exposure.
there's roads. There's literally everything that I think
Bridges.
falls under it. Yeah.
Yeah. Exposure to hazardous materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
Definitely. I
We
think
can do
the construction. Well, I'm not saying that their job is easy.
Oh, obviously, these are the 10 work.
Yeah. Obviously,
dangerous.
it's not easy, but as far as scary, that's gonna be like, nah, you can't do this.
Yeah.
And nowhere near my top 10.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, we have Rick to teach us.
Yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Gucci. We have the doctor construction.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Ricky would take care of
Yeah,
us.
he'll take care of us. Number 8, garbage and waste collectors.
Mm-hmm.
Exposure to hazardous materials, being struck by vehicles. Ooh, yeah, heavy lifting and musculoskeletal injuries. I don't know if I said that right. If you're a physician, let me know in the comments.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that word.
It's just
Yeah, but I know
bones getting
it's
hurt.
musculoskeletal.
Musculoskeletal. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more deaths per 100,000 workers than mining.
Yeah, that's insane.
You think a lot of it has to do with actual vehicles, like hitting them, and like they're not paying attention?
Well, they are on the road a lot more than probably the other ones, so that does make a lot of sense because
Yeah.
vehicle accidents happen every single day. Just being on the road, you increase your chances of dying.
Yeah, of getting.
Yeah, and that goes for anybody just driving a
Yeah,
car.
yeah, for sure.
Here to
For sure.
scare everybody.
Yeah, that's
You know,
why I
if
kayak.
you drive, that's why you kayak everywhere.
That's why I kayak to work.
All right, let's
Just
go.
don't fall in the water.
So, garbage and waste collector.
I might need a faja, but I think we can do
I think
it.
we got that one. Yeah. It doesn't seem too scary either.
Okay, let's go. Number 7, fishing.
Workers.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, you just it's because the fishing is a hobby.
Yeah, okay.
No, these are the show like deep sea
Yeah,
fishers
no,
and stuff. That is actually scary. Okay, so the risks say drowning and falling overboard, entanglement. So,
also.
you might get slapped by Will. got you, bro. Then it says
The weather.
hazardous weather conditions and musculoskeletal injuries too. Yeah, no, this is
The weather one's scary.
Yeah.
Like if you get caught in the storm
Yeah.
and you get lost,
Dude, I remember.
then you gotta eat your cousin.
Why?
'Cause there's no food.
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
not
you're
to-
fishers, dude. Shouldn't
Okay, good point.
the thing is like if you get like stranded somewhere, then we decide
Yeah, okay.
who we to.
true.
Look, this we're starting to get there. All right.
But now
'cause
this one is
actually there's tons of movies of people getting capsized and like not
Yeah.
dying.
so this one is 19.5. This is less deaths than garbage collectors.
It makes sense because you can account for weather. There's scanners, there's weather reporters.
Right, yeah.
So I think, but whenever you watch like the shows, like the deep sea fishing
Like
ones,
Meg, the freaking big shark.
Jaws,
Jaws.
the piranha movie, yeah, dude.
The mega piranhas. These things ate the
Mega
world. They're so big. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think
We can do it. We like fishing. It'll be enjoyable. It sounds more enjoyable than the other ones, though.
it's a good experience too. Because then we'll learn a lot about fishing.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to catch a swordfish?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we're underestimating a lot of things. But
Oh yeah, no
just, because,
kidding.
just by the fact that I'm fishing, I'm like, this is enjoyable. This is no risk.
This is gonna be fun.
Let's go. Sign me up.
I was like, man, he was the first ones to fucking die on the ship.
Jesus.
All right, let's go.
It's like he slipped on a fish. He stepped on a fish
on
and
a
fell back.
jellyfish and shit.
Yeah, it just fell back and that's it. Number 6, farmers and agricultural workers. Exposure to hazardous chemicals, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Animal attacks. I have ducks. Yeah, it's risky. machinery accidents, and extreme weather conditions.
Okay, so that this one also, not saying it's not hard work. So please don't ever assume that we're saying that it's cake. We're just saying comparative to the rest of the list. I'm like, doesn't seem too crazy because you know we had a lot of family that did farm work in California.
Well, also like I grew up on the rancho. Obviously, I mean I don't know what it.
It's because it also doesn't like specify the exact same job position.
Yeah, like here, farmer. Like, are you talking about like a little farm, or you're doing everything with like a shovel and shit, or like a
Well, it says animal incidents, so it has to do like we have to take bull any.
But then
kind
you
of
have like
herder
the
into
really
consideration.
big farms where now there's a lot of machinery that just. I mean, you could put your hand.
Dude,
on
I've seen the fuck is that show called? Yellowstone.
Oh,
It's dangerous, bro. People kill people all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fucking scary.
But we can do it, right?
yeah, for sure. There's a show about it. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Next up, truck drivers. Risk, fatigues, accidents due to various factors, repetitive motion injuries, exposures to hazardous materials, and mental health issues.
Through the mental health issue.
Okay, yeah. So my dad's a truck driver, and that's like plan D if all my hopes and dreams fail. Like
You could podcast while you drive. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, if you guys don't like and subscribe, you know, I might have to podcast from the road instead of from the studio here with Danny.
You know, they might like that idea, so don't encourage it.
Yeah, I'm driving while you're kayaking next to me.
Yeah. Hold on, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, I was sore for my back.
from kayaking. I can imagine.
the back-
You guys did a lot.
Yeah, but I would thought I would be sore for my arms.
Mhm.
It was actually my back. I don't know. Maybe I was in kayaking, right? Or maybe
No,
I was. I don't know.
It's the motions, the muscles
Yeah.
you're working out.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was the first time I did it too. I had never.
You had never kayaked before?
No, never.
Oh,
first
you
time.
never went fishing with us, right?
No, no me invitaron. I
No,
didn't get
we
it. No,
invited you
didn't. I didn't.
every single time.
Now I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
let's go. I want
Yeah.
to do it again. I enjoyed it. Oh, sorry. Back to seriousness. Truck drivers.
I have to do it. No, that's plan. That's
Oh
plan
yeah,
B.
yes. I drove at Miata. I'm already at risk, so sure. Oscar's gonna run me over.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, I think I ran over a can.
You're like, oh. Yeah.
All right, Danny, what's
And
next?
and this one was 24.3 deaths per 100,000 workers.
That's the truck one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go number 4, iron and steel workers in Houston with all this heat.
Well, it says
Falls from heights. Sorry, go ahead.
Falls from heights, electrocution, being struck by falling objects, exposure to hazardous chemicals, and musculoskeletal disorders. And this one's 32.5 per 100,000. Damn, so that means half a worker died.
Half?
This is 32.5.
Oh.
Sorry.
It went over my head. I thought about that joke earlier. I was like, don't do it. It's like, don't.
It's disrespectful to that one half that survived.
No, it's just that I'm like, I already say enough bad jokes. Don't say
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
You
so
can say it, but
I just don't get it because this doesn't exactly say what we're doing with. Is that like
I thought
like welders and stuff like that?
I was thinking of people that make swords, with the little hammer.
No,
thing.
that's forging. Well, I mean,
What's still working? I mean, obviously, right now you probably think of people that make maybe what you said, like larger metallic structures,
maybe fabricators.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I think
Because it did say falls from heights,
yeah.
and I would not have thought of that. So I'm not sure exactly what they do when that they're on the height. I mean, like you said, maybe if you look at the refineries, a lot of that stuff is metal. I don't know. They put,
Well, I mean,
piece together.
people build the giant scaffolds for a reason. Somebody has to be up there.
Someone.
I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm scared of heights. If it involves heights, I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. But as from this description, it's not really scary.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Someone's gonna tell us.
like top 10, fucking losers.
Number 3, roofers.
No, I'm not doing it. It's too hot.
Falls from heights,
I'm scared
heat
of heights.
exhaustion, exposure to hazardous materials like asbestos and lead, electrical hazards, musculoskeletal injuries, and burns from hot materials. 47 out of 100,000 workers.
That is a lot. It's probably a lot of heat strokes too.
Yeah. You got to have your Powerades ready.
Yeah.
And Gatorades.
Yeah, and suelos.
And Sueros. If any of them 3 want to sponsor this podcast, hit us up.
That was good and quick. I like that.
Well, I feel like, here's the thing. Obviously, For fun, no.
Yeah.
As a challenge, sure.
Yeah.
I would pick some of the other ones for sure over this one.
I put like actual roofing on my dog's dog house that they never go into.
Yeah.
So I was like, that little experience I have. Technically, I'm already a roofer.
Radio roofer.
No. If it can be done, if I had no other alternative, yes, of course.
Right.
You know, and it's just that job is hard. Like carrying the freaking shingles up the ladders, like you're in the heat with nothing to cover you, and especially right now that the weather keeps getting hotter and hotter. No, God, fuck no. This is the first time I've been like, nah, I'll just go be something scary like an iron and steel worker. So
Okay, we can skip roofers.
well, I mean, we can just say no.
This is true, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then not to all 10 of them, man.
Yeah.
Number 2. Go ahead, Oscar. You can have
Aircraft pilot and flight engineers. Risks, high altitude. See, I'm scared of heights. That's all you need.
Yeah.
All right. Low oxygen levels, turbulence, severe weather conditions, mechanical failures, fatigues from long hours, radiation during flights.
What
Damn.
the hell?
Hazardous chemicals in the cabin, collision risk, and terrorism threats.
Hold on. Would this be the death rate of
Pilots?
well, pilots, but also of,
The
the people in the plane?
I think this is probably just pilots. They probably
But
just,
then the
just for
pilot-
the sake of this survey, I'm pretty sure they kept that control.
Sure, but what I'm saying is, the pilot carries people.
Yeah.
What risk other than the actually working and not being able to sleep?
Flying is relatively safe. It's safer than being on the car.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, for example, low oxygen levels. Doesn't that apply also to the passengers?
No, I think that's for the flight engineer. Like probably they have to be somewhere that's not like sealed off for the compression and stuff. You know. But the thing is, this one says it's literally
48.6.
48.6 per 100,000. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's the big number hike. Well, compared to the other two, the most dangerous one so far, obviously, aircraft and roofer, explains why they're 3 and 2. But I just saw a video of a freaking pilot dying, like during a gender reveal. Did you see that?
No.
It was like the pilot flies down spraying with the color, and like whenever it passes the crowd, he tries to pull up, and like one of the wings like breaks. And then you see them like hugging, and it pans over, and the plane is going down, and like the parents aren't noticing, but it's just a very disturbing because y'all like they're over here celebrating without knowing that the pilot just died. Yeah, it's insane.
Jesus.
Yeah, so yeah, no, being a pilot's scary.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. Number 1, I could not imagine it.
Logging workers.
I would not have
Risks.
thought about that.
Falling trees, dangerous equipment, hazardous working conditions such as steep slopes, slippery surfaces, rough terrains, extreme weather conditions, insect
yeah.
bites and stings, and potential contact with wildlife. Have you ever seen how much like the giant, like big ass logs cost? They're
Not the cost,
ridiculously
no.
expensive.
Really?
I think like I was watching because I like watching like wilderness shows. Whenever I started watching Alone, I went
Right.
down the rabbit hole.
I was watching one where like
There's one for loggers.
yeah, there was one. It might be the same one. I just watched a little bit. It looked like they weren't cutting logs, but they were grabbing logs that had already fell, and like they were like kind of like going down like a valley or like a very mountain kind of thing. And they're just trying to drag him out and drag him up and pick him up and take him.
Oh, I don't know. But
I don't know
the
what-
one I was watching, they were just dealing with really bad weather and they couldn't get to it. And, like, because the way they do it, since it takes so long to grow, they basically rent that land off from the people, plant their stuff, clear it out. And then, like, the person who actually owns the land gets cheaper taxes.
Right.
It's really cool. It's a really smart way to pay off your stuff if you don't need it now. Yeah, so that's what they do, and then they're like, we got to go in and harvest everything. And I think the gigantic tree logs, the ones that are like massive skyscraper sizes or whatever, they're all like they can go from like anywhere from like 10 to like 100,000 per log.
Log.
It's a lot of money. Like that's why it's such a giant industry, but it's dangerous as hell. But
Jesus, that's 132.7 people per 100,000.
dude, that literally like
That is-
doubled everything else.
that is close to 3 times as worse.
Yeah, that's insane.
Dang, I kind of want to do it. I don't know. It sounds more interesting and fun than roofing.
Well, I mean, you're probably in like more
Like
moody
adrenaline
weather.
mode.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, can I survive? More type of thing.
well, people aren't also using like little hand axes
Yeah.
anymore. They're using like freaking
Chainsaws.
well, obviously chainsaws for where like the machines can't get through.
Right.
But there's like full on logging equipment that like holds onto the tree and then cuts the bottom. You know.
Oh shit! Like a
Yeah,
big hand.
it's insane. I saw a video of one that basically it has like a saw and like something to hold it up. So basically, it comes in, chops the entire bottom, and just tips it over. And since it's like chains, then it just goes down, and then like if no tree was ever there, it's freaking awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. That's cool.
doesn't get rid of the roots, but you know,
Yeah.
it's still really really crazy to see the technology that's come from it. But no, logging seems insane. Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
Do you do any of these 10?
are you more grateful for what you do now?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, let's be completely honest. A lot of these aren't that well paid.
Yeah.
A lot of these are not that well
Very
paid.
labor intensive.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just it's kind of insane. I mean, other than like the pilots and probably the steel workers, roofers don't get paid what they should, and most of the time they're using like immigrant work too for that.
Yeah.
And then like scroll down and see which ones it is.
Farmers, fishing, garbage collectors, construction workers, and miners.
No, like all those aren't really that well paid either. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, very, very labor intensive.
Yeah. Well.
If you're any of these 10s, or you know anybody, or you know more about any of these 10s,
Yeah.
tell us anything that's like, yo, y'all need to consider like this one thing, because you didn't even think about that. Because I'm like I said, you know.
Dude, at the end of the day, we both work in offices. We're coming from a very
I know,
spoiled
but
position.
I know this is true, but like you know, like you look at like really big bridges and really big buildings. Like I don't know how they do it, right? So I can only imagine like, okay, the way they make a house, but magnify it.
You know, I like seeing whenever they build two bridges from one side and then they don't meet, because then I'm like, I could have done a better job than that.
Isn't that what happened? Well, I don't, not exactly
Yeah.
that, but isn't that what happened with the ship channel?
Did that happen?
Well, not that, but like they started building it, and then they realized there was something wrong, and they had to start over. Here, the ship, the new Belway 8, yeah,
Is that why it's taking so long?
yeah, they had to start over. That's what I heard. That they had to start over because
Oh no,
there was,
I cross it all the time, and I never
yeah,
bothered.
there was an
looking into it.
engineering issue, that miscalculation or something, and they're like, we had to start over.
Well, pendejo, I could have done it better. Yeah, but you know, right now online, where it was basically consumed everything has been One Piece. Have you heard of the One Piece?
I've heard the one. I'm the king of the pirates. I found it now.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode, and I saw online that it's that the show it's like a summary, not summary, but like it acts out the first 60 episodes of the anime, which I've seen before. So I kind of know what it happens.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know exactly how much did it cover.
Yeah, it was 60 episodes. That's what an article I saw said. 60
Yeah, which
episodes.
isn't really a dent in that show,
No.
regardless.
Well,
but-
where I read it was they were talking about, would we get a season 2?
yeah.
Because I think on average each episode was like $18 million to produce.
Jeez.
So then it's like, will we get a second season, and will the second season look as good? And it's basic on the cost. It's like, will it be successful enough for Netflix to go, yeah, we'll invest just as much for season 2? That's kind of what I was reading.
I don't know. I feel with like such a positive reception that it's getting, you would believe that it does. But then again, Netflix is fucking notorious for canceling everything everybody loves.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you want to open up the folder for One Piece?
just do it.
Yeah, I think it's under nerdy stuff. I don't think I made it. Oh, you had like your own little One Piece.
I have
section.
one little One Piece.
Yeah.
That's one
So
or this
yeah,
one?
so yeah, we can start off there. So I think it's kind of insane that before I went and watched it, because your lady, tu novia Stacy, was nice enough telling me about her Netflix, because y'all know I am about what I say. I said if I'm not gonna pay more for Netflix because everybody shares a Netflix account. So I canceled it, and now look at this. IGN gave it a 6. Which whenever you message me and you're like, yo, One Piece is getting great reception. And I'm like, IGN just gave it a 6. Yeah, you want to read that for us, Danny?
Netflix One Piece drives to recreate the magic of its source material in live action, and is at its best when it charts its own path. But instead of committing fully to To this retelling, it constantly sails back into familiar waters and fan service, muddying the experience. It's a shame considering most of the other aspects, from the visual and practical effects to wild action scenes and endearing cast, work well together. 6 out of 10.
That is fucking insane. It's like if they deviate just the slightest from the source material, how these fucking idiots are like, you have a map and you chose to ignore it. And now they do a 1-for-1. Like, obviously, there are differences, which I'll get to because I actually watched it. But to your critique being like, oh, it stays too close to the source material. Like, that's what they want. We're not asking for a new One Piece story. We want that one told with actual humans.
Right.
That's so fucking stupid. So everybody online has been like shitting on IGN because
Yeah, I saw.
Because if you scroll to the very last one, Cowboy Bebop got a 7, and people hated Cowboy Bebop, which I think they're being ridiculous. It wasn't as awful.
I think you said it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. The difference between One Piece and Cowboy Bebop is whenever trying to capture the essence of an anime, they're over the top. They're super quirky. It's always so unimaginable that you can see an actual human being act this way.
Right.
You know? That One Piece, I'm guessing whoever was like, yo, we've seen this fail plenty of time. Yeah. Like, let's avoid those kind of tropes. It's still quirky. It's still funny because whenever I think of One Piece, I think of fucking Looney Tune anime. You know, and people don't like that. But like even like in the most recent, when Gear 5, Luffy, I don't know if you saw the fight.
Nah, I'm not too familiar with it.
It has like the wacky like music sounds in the background, like crappy effects. And it's just like, it visually looks cool, but it is immensely cartoony. Like not anime cartoony, like Looney Tunes cartoony. Okay. So I was thinking that this was going to suck. Because I would be like, dude, comparative to everything else, whenever they're acting over the top, I'm like, I'm going to hate it.
Right.
But after watching it, they kept it toned. They didn't try to create the characters 1-for-1. They were just trying to get like the very most amazing cosplay person to act it out. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what they did. They're all like, don't try to act like the character. Be the character in this world. You know,
right.
And I think they nailed it. Like, everybody's really cool. Like, I didn't think anybody was overly cringy because cringy is such a powerful thing. The moment you find something cringy, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. But One Piece managed to toe the line so good, and that's why people loved it.
Like, part of me, I was like, how are they going to get the guy to hold the third sword? That was my thing. It's like,
it came out good.
Yeah, it did good.
Yeah. So, overall, I really, really liked it. Hopefully, it does get a second season. I hate the fact that they canceled Cowboy Bebop because they didn't even give it a chance. But a lot of the stuff was over the top, that it was cringy. And like I'm saying, I think cringe is a very, very big, powerful emotion.
I agree. I think I think of like Hero Academia with the episodes with the like kind of like the fillers, with the purple dude with the purple.
Oh
ball.
yeah.
Some of those scenes are very cringy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, at least since this is episodes, I can just kind of like
you can just jump through.
I can just zone out from this episode and it's fine. Is it gonna explode? Right here.
Hopefully it doesn't.
But yeah, I only watched the first episode, and like I said, I had watched the anime. I watched like the first 100 and something episodes.
Yeah.
And I could see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I could see the resemblance of the show with the anime.
Yeah.
And like you said, especially, I mean, that anime came out in like the 1990.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very old animation style, at least for the first 100 something episodes. So, you know, that I was like, okay, let's see how they do the stretchy part. Let's see how they do when he says gum, whatever. I'm like, I think, like you said,
those are probably my least favorite parts of the show, but it wasn't like
it wasn't cringy.
Yeah.
Like you said, or it could also be that it's all the other anime live action adaptations have been so bad that they were just a part of like, please just don't make it like super bad. And it was like, okay, it wasn't terrible, and I guess the graphics weren't bad either. Like,
and I love the ship. I think that's probably like whenever you get to the episode when you see like, because we know that they built it.
Yeah.
So we know it's real. It's not like crappy CGI.
Right.
It looks cool. You want to see more of it. They didn't spend too much time on it, but hopefully that's for next season.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but let's see what else is on this folder. I don't remember where I put it. Yeah, so look, this is like
That's how it looks.
Yeah, so that's probably like some of the worst CGI on it. But whenever you
This
find
is a tiny spoiler.
well, yeah, well, if you don't know what happens here, it's not that big of a deal, you know. But if they're crying that it's a 1-for-1, these are cool 1-for-1s. I'm being completely honest because it resonates with the nostalgia whenever if you watch the show. And you're like, look how close they got it.
Yeah. To be fair, when I saw the clown, I've only seen the first episode. When I saw the clown, part of me is like, how are they going to do his power?
Oh, yeah. His power is weird as hell.
Yeah. So I was like, how are they going to do it? But I'll find out eventually.
And then look, check the other ones. There's another one. Oh, wait. That was just the that scene. That's actually really, really cool. You know? The only thing that I saw people complaining about that they didn't like was the very character on the bottom right. His name is it starts with a U. I don't remember. Can you Google it just so we can tell people just like
I forgot the name.
what One Piece character names? Yeah. Sorry about this, guys. I watched all of them and I forgot it. Oh, is
Usopp.
Usopp. Yeah. So
Usopp.
you can go back to the image.
Yeah, let's go.
Usopp's character doesn't necessarily do anything. Like he's not supposed to be. His is basically like in the Wizard of Oz that he wants courage. So we know that he's a coward, but he has heart, and that's what people were all like. That they didn't even show him like he's supposed to get his ass beat for his friends, and that's what Luffy gravitates to.
Yeah, it's because in the anime, he's a liar.
Yeah,
he just wants to lie. He just wants to lie. Eventually, he realizes that his lies ain't gonna get him any like victory or any like.
Yeah,
he won't do anything for anybody. So then.
Yeah, but when I think the thing was he cares about his friends, and that's what Luffy gravitated to. Mm-hmm. So they didn't really do much of that for it. Mm-hmm. So that was like the main concern that they had with it. But everybody else was great. I honestly like I've been here. I shit on One Piece just because of how long it is and how I will never commit to it.
You had a whole brawl with Abram.
Yeah. Because I was like, no show should ever be that long. I'm sorry, it's like a fucking long ass soap opera that's been on air for like 10 years, like Grey's Anatomy. You know,
still going?
Yeah. Like it's a completely different main character now, and it's still going on.
Okay, hold on.
I just offended like every white woman ever.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm over here worried this is gonna blow up again.
All right, let's see.
I went super slow this time.
Yeah, so and that's fine.
At
least it didn't explode. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. For my review,
I just want to say, finish your thought.
Yeah,
for your review.
For my personal review, I don't know if it's enough to get me to go watch the anime. If I'm being completely honest, because as a standalone thing, I wouldn't mind watching the next season, but I'm not gonna be like.
My problem with the anime, and I guess it wouldn't be a problem if you were watching it back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's aged, right? So when you go look at it, you're like, this looks old.
Yeah.
And there's a part of you that
doesn't want to watch that.
feel like that's cool, but you're not a 12-year-old, 8-year-old anymore. And some of the reactions of Luffy and Usopp too. Usopp, I found there were many times where I found Usopp in the anime very annoying, with his screaming and all these things. So that's the part, but I'm like, I get it. It's old, so it's kind of like
no. You're right about that. I think Naruto is being like redone, like in a new art style to attract new audiences.
Right. Okay.
Because that's a big deal. Because there's like an iconic anime called Hellsing that I refuse to watch because of the anime style.
Okay.
But I just went back and watched the Yu Yu Hakusho, and I loved it. And I think that art style stands up.
Still.
There's just a lot of them that don't necessarily that they feel old. And I think like the beginning of like maybe like Naruto and this one probably feel old compared to like everything that's more bright, more vibrant.
Right.
Yeah. So I would see like people like being like, why would I go watch that? Whenever I can just wait for Netflix.
Yeah. But for Netflix, are they gonna do 1,500 episodes?
But the thing, it does obviously since the story continues, it is left on as at a point where it can continue.
Right.
So the options there. Hopefully, it looks like it's been a massive success.
And hopefully it opens the door for other animes that they could adapt. I feel like something like Demon Slayer, they could do it. Yeah. After seeing this.
I've been rewatching Full Metal.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
That I think that's probably like most people, like, it's like ranked one in people's eyes. It's just so good, and it's Brotherhood. Brotherhood's the one that everyone loves. The thing was, it was during the time that, you know, for the longest time, people have to haven't drilled it in their head that animes aren't white people. Mm-hmm. You know, so the issue was whenever all that was going on with fighting and stuff, when Full Metal was actually made, that is the one anime that it is white people. And Masters is supposed to be like England and stuff, and the only people from like Asia are the people from Xing. And whenever you watch it, you'll understand those references. So on that one, it was like you guys could have actually done it correctly, but it was made in small studios in Japan, and it just did not look good. Like, I wish that one were to get one, because the story behind it is so freaking good.
That was Netflix too, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, it's more like they're created and then they're sold to Netflix.
Right. Okay.
You know, so that it's not necessarily like they have their backing. Like with One Piece, like they have the money from Netflix.
Yeah.
So if somebody else were to get it, I wish that one was done good. Yeah, because I think obviously there's a lot of the stuff that's over the top, but the storyline is so freaking good. Yeah, but
I have to go watch it after I watch Naruto.
I'd rather you just watch.
I started watching.
Full Metal is like 70
episodes. I started watching Demon Slayer. So
finally,
yeah, I think they can. Oh, from the episodes I've watched, and I also watched the movie. I don't know with the pig dude, with the pig guy. I'm like, but I feel I'm thinking like I'm trying to think like, could they pull that off as a live action, based on One Piece? Like after looking at One Piece, I go, which animes do I think they could pull off to actually turn it into a live action? I still don't think. From watching One Piece, I still don't think they could do Dragon Ball, right?
No.
I still feel like they couldn't do it.
I think
I'm not convinced, at least.
No, I think Dragon Ball's too over the top, so I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, wait. But Dragon Ball, like the actual, like the original, I think Dragon Ball stands more of a chance than Z.
The older you go in the series, I think the more likely that they could pull it off.
Yeah.
I hate to say that there is no way that they could do it. I'm sure there's got to be a way to do it. There's got to be a way.
Sorry, it's just,
but I don't know how.
The hair immediately landed in cringe.
It's weird. It's weird. I'm just saying, like, I think there's a solution to every problem. So I'm like, there's got to be someone out there that could figure it out.
Okay.
But maybe it won't happen ever.
Maybe we'll find out, because we still got
maybe
the
that
strike
person
going on.
Wanted to be a fisherman, and he didn't.
So what did you have for us right there?
Oh, it's because, I told you I watched the first few episodes, the first like 100 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And this is not a spoiler, so don't worry. But at the very beginning, there's a scene, and I really liked that scene because I think it really portrayed the anime really well. That I took a little clip from it. I just wanted to show it. I don't think we'll get flagged from this.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show it and then talk about it. So here's Luffy, in the ocean right there.
With the straw hat.
With his straw hat. No, that's me. All right, that's all I got.
That's you.
Oh, this is the Buffalo Bayou Park.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at. That's my favorite building. It was like an old building and then just added.
When
to
you
it.
say that's your favorite building, you have to be more descriptive. What do you mean by that?
Zoom in and you'll see like the only one that looks old that they added to it.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you zoom in,
I cannot zoom in.
Oh, you can't.
Video.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
I'll zoom. They can. They're zooming in. They're zoomed in.
Yeah. Well, it's 'cause I used to drive by Allen Parkway every single day on my way home from work. So I know all that area.
Well,
and I walked it all.
Now
to
you
take
can
pictures.
kayak it. That's the only thing you're missing.
Can we not go kayaking somewhere else?
There was a bunch of dragonflies there. Okay, that's all. That's a little tiny joke. Well, since we're here on the nerdy stuff, dude.
Well, I mean, that's kind of us.
This is true. But I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever had, let's say, a dream or a fantasy of getting caught up in a zombie apocalypse?
I think everybody has.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have two news. I have one good news and one bad news.
Zombies are real? That's the good news?
That's the bad news. They're not real.
Yeah.
And there is no indication that they might be. On the bright side, the good news is we actually live in the one city where surviving a zombie apocalypse is the most likely.
Have they done like
They did a study.
Okay.
Houston is the number one
survival
story. So I want to show you some of the stuff they found.
You know that there's a zombie anime that just came out too?
Really?
Yeah, it's called Zoom 100.
Zoom 100.
Yeah. And it's about a kid who's worked at an office and basically like lives like a zombie every day. And then the zombie apocalypse actually happens. And now he has like 100 things he wants to do on his list, and he's checking them off. It's actually really, really good. And then he meets a girl who has a list of 100 ways to survive. So it's like, they're
They're
like,
trying.
they're butting heads to try to do stuff. And that was a really good one. So just in case, sorry, it's nerdy rant. But yeah, Danny, the study.
So this study was made. I think it's a company that builds stuff like buildings and stuff like landscaping. I think that's what it's called. And they did a study and they looked at things like grocery stores available. They looked at like how could you escape. They looked at weapons available and all these things. And Houston won as the top city, with New York being the second. Right. So here's just kind of just a glance.
So it's like really massive cities stand a higher chance.
Yeah,
which
New
is
York
kinda
was number
weird.
2. I guess because
I think Houston makes a lot of sense because if we were to coordinate correctly, we're surrounded by 3 rings.
right.
Like the new one is 99. So
Oh,
we
really?
have Beltway 8, 610, and 99.
And things are very spread out, so you have room to like run.
Yeah.
I suppose New York, you're more crowded in.
I've
so if
I've
you get
always
stuck-
thought I was like, we have the Academy right next to the Home Depot and the Sam's.
right.
So you get guns, you
But
got
the
food.
thing you also have to consider that everyone will have that same idea.
yeah.
And
yeah,
who
right.
knows? You probably if people coordinate and work together, sure. But then if people start like Negan
I
style,
think at the
don't
very
know.
beginning, people are more likely to work together.
Sure.
And then
I think so.
afterwards, luckily, I'm a good talker, and I've always talked about starting my own cult.
Oh,
You
there
know?
you go. They evaluated 200 cities
Okay.
in the U.S. and Houston was number 1.
Let's go.
The thing that Houston was the weakest on was mobility because you can't really
It's really
walk
congested.
around.
Oh,
You need
yeah,
a
that
car.
makes sense.
You need a car. The thing that helped it was we also have the Gulf right here. So if you want to get out of the land, you get on a boat or in a kayak.
And we have the ports.
You go to the Buffalo Bayou on a kayak. You're safe.
You get eaten by an alligator.
Maybe you
gar-
die from bacteria, but you won't die from the actual virus. Supplies, we have a bunch of HEBs, Kroger's, right? So if you need food, you can go and scavenge there. The other problem with Houston was the hideouts. It says that they didn't think Houston had that many hideouts. If you had like a large horde of zombies just following you. So here is the infographic, I guess. So Houston, number 1, New York. San Antonio is number 3.
Well, that one has the river walk, so that one makes a lot of sense because if you can just get on your kayak.
They get into kayak.
Yeah, get your kayak.
And if you're hungry, there's all those restaurants right there. Number 6, Austin, Texas. There was 3 cities of Texas.
Yeah, the big cities in Texas.
Also
Yo, fuck Dallas.
Yeah. Also, the other thing was like there's a lot of weapon stores here, like gun stores.
Yeah.
So you would get
Yeah,
guns.
but New York doesn't, which is
I think we can look at the categories and why New York is so high up there. But the worst cities was Miramar, Jackson, Mississippi,
Las Vegas.
North Las
Well,
Vegas.
there's already a movie about Las Vegas being covered in zombies.
Is that from Netflix?
The Zack Snyder one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah. Patterson, New Jersey, and Pembroke Pines. I don't know what that is.
All right,
Pembroke
that's 2 Floridas, 3 Floridas.
3 Floridas.
Yeah.
California, that. Anyway, so lowest share in population, and I don't know what this means.
In bad health, that means fat people.
I guess so. I don't know.
That's got to be it.
Anyway, the walk score, how easy it is to get to places. So San Francisco was really up there, and obviously that's where Houston kind of is not up there. Highest share of homes with bunkers.
Oh yeah, we don't have any because we flooded.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
So it'd be anything like on the coast.
Yeah, so
Florida.
So here we lose.
What,
it up.
Nevada?
This is lowest.
No, yeah, that's what I was
Oh.
thinking. Maybe because of earthquakes.
It's a good question.
That would make sense because I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be down there. Most hunting gear stores. There's Houston.
Houston,
right
yeah.
there. Then Miami, San Antonio, Honolulu. Hey, Hawaii. And then most supermarkets, also Houston. Right there.
Let's go HEB.
HEB and Kroger. So anyways, you should be if you're in Houston, you should be prepared for hurricanes, not for a zombie apocalypse. The
That's true.
Houston of city got your back.
We talked about it, right? Like what virus is more likely to cause zombies than anything else? And it's the rabies.
The rabies.
Because it inflames the brain and makes you violent.
I don't know how truthful it is what I'm about to say, but I think they said that around the time that rabies was starting to affect humans, that's around the same time that stories like Dracula and vampires and zombies came out. And that's part of it because maybe people were getting rabies and they'd like, oh, this person is possessed.
That would make a lot of sense because they foam from the mouth.
Yeah,
they were overheating.
I think they said that it had some connection with the start of those kinds of genres of movies, of scary movies.
That would make sense to me. And it happens because they're probably bit by a dog, werewolves,
or a bat.
or
Speaking of bats, when I was kayaking, when we were kayaking,
Oh, did you go by the cave?
no, you under the one of the freeways, we heard like little like tons of those noises.
Yeah.
And you look up, and there's like this little gaps in the under the bridge, and we think that's filled with bats because there was a lot of noise.
There's on Allen Parkway. There's a specific ledge that you can stand by, and like every night, like the horde of freaking.
It might be around there.
Bats come out. Yeah,
it might be around there where we saw, because there was only one bridge that we passed through that had the noise of the bats. None of the others. Only that one, because that one actually had.
You want to become a vampire, Danny?
I was looking up and I'm like, what if one like poops in my eye and that's it? I become Batman or Patient Zero.
Patient Zero,
Patient
more
Zero.
likely.
Yeah.
You get like super pink eye.
I get super pink eye and the flesh-eating bacteria from the water.
Yeah.
Both at the same
That
time.
sounds
Anyways,
awful.
we saw the story about the zombies. What do you have here?
Yep.
Mr. Mime.
So Netflix is making a Pokemon show, and it's supposed to be like a drama series. Yeah, they haven't showed much about it. Which is more like y'all keep a lookout, and whenever they preview like the trailer,
Right.
we'll come back talk about
the
it.
Detective Pikachu wasn't bad.
No, so I think the company taking over isn't the same one before. So I think they said Detective Pikachu is probably done.
Done.
Yeah, because the Detective Pikachu, the first one was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And
Yeah.
it concluded, right? I mean, obviously they could do more with it, but it seemed like it concluded, kind of.
Yeah. What's that video we got there?
We have, I think this is Mr. Beast versus someone.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, let's build it up, okay?
Okay, but give me that cable before we build it up, because we
Oh,
don't want
we
to.
didn't click-
We don't want to look unprofessional here.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't even hear my voice acting of Luffy in the Buffalo Bayou.
Oh, wait, did you say anything? I didn't hear it.
No, well, we wasn't connected, but I didn't say anything.
Oh.
That's okay. I'm just messing.
Okay, so, Danny, imagine you bring yourself back to maybe like 10 years ago.
Okay.
You know, it's like the peak gamer era of YouTube, all right?
Oh,
So you have like your massive giants like Markiplier, you have your PewDiePies, and then from Ireland we have Jacksepticeye.
okay.
Okay, so he's made his career. He's been on here forever. All right. So now, current day, we have the massive, colossal giant that is Mr. Beast.
Right.
All right. He's creating content that no one's seen before, and because of that, you have hundreds and hundreds of people trying to be Mr. Beast. Okay. The market has become oversaturated. I think every country now has like their own version of Mr. Beast. I think there's like a French one that's like really, really popular,
Really?
you know, and they're all just trying to basically ride the wave that Mr. Beast has created.
Okay.
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 So you have creators from back in the day who have opinions about it. You know?
One sec.
I think it's my phone.
I was like, God? He's an AI? What?
I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, fellas.
Yeah, sorry about that, you guys.
We don't know who spoke to us. Maybe it's that Blue Beetle chick.
Kanji?
Kanji. Maybe it's Kanji. You're
Okay.
becoming Blue Beetle.
Oh, I wish. All right, let's go.
I wish.
So this is what Jacksepticeye had to say. There's this popular British. I think he's British. I don't know why I thought he was British. His name is Tommy Innit.
Okay.
Like he does YouTube Minecraft videos, and now he's doing YouTube, like different YouTube stuff. They're on like a lie detector.
Okay.
So he's talking to Jack.
Let's see.
Related question. Do you like Mr. Beast? No.
Ooh, pause it. Okay. That on its own is enough to get you
Right.
like on the freaking shooting range on
The
like
shooting range.
nowadays.
On one of his videos.
Yeah, Mr. Beast. I got 100 people to shoot at Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. God damn. Well,
Sorry, I have public to entertain.
he is tied. He's tied up to a freaking true detector lie. So obviously they say that is truthful. For those of you guys who are unaware, lie detector tests are indismissible in court. They're not worth shit. All the science behind it is all a crock of shit. They don't tell you anything because apparently if you're like tightening your ass, like it throws it off because it raises your blood pressure.
Right.
So like it just like if that's enough to throw it off, how is it any kind of reliable? Okay, but Jack isn't lying. He doesn't like Mr. Beast.
Right.
So let's go.
Jack. Oh! Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Why do you think that he thinks that?
I guess raise the bar, raise expectations from viewers. As you said, there's people trying to ride the wave, so it became more saturated with that type of content, or people trying to create that content. That's what I can think of.
See, that's my inclination. That's what I think would have been a better answer than what he gives, to be honest.
I bet. I want to know.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun. You just don't think you have fun playing Squid Games?
Okay, we can end that part there.
Okay.
I do not think that is a good answer. I think that you can't police their content. You can say that you don't like that kind of content,
Sure.
but saying that YouTube was ruined because he's not having fun anymore is such a stupid answer.
I saw a podcast episode with him in it,
Mr. Beast,
and he genuinely said, "I want to have fun. If I don't feel like I'm having fun, I want to do the video." I think that's what he said.
I've also seen him say that, like, he's like, I'm literally have to film every single day so I can put stuff out. And
Right.
like, clearly, like, he likes what he's doing. Like,
Right.
you know,
Right.
but like, he cannot be having fun. Like that is immensely like,
I get-
naive to believe.
I agree from a certain angle, because I like my job,
Yeah.
but I don't like my job every day.
Yeah.
All right, there are days where I'm like, Jesus, this is like stressful, and I have to prepare this and do this, and they're waiting for me on this other project and doing this. So I get it that I'm not smiling and having fun every day. But like when I take like an average about like, do I wish I was doing something else?
Yeah.
Yes, I could be sleeping. No,
See-
no, the answer is no.
See, I've seen like more intelligent people than me like critique the Mr. Beast content of how whenever he's doing like emotional videos, immediately cut off, next person, blah 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 blah. You know, and like it doesn't let any of the moments sink in.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, like those videos that he's doing, like his philanthropy stuff, doesn't feel genuine. You know, it's just like I'm gonna try to get as many people as possible, while in the background, like you're doing immense work, and I rather him do that and make money off of it any day than nobody be doing it. You know,
Right.
But like the sincerity doesn't feel like that. It just feels like a giant machine. He says that his wish is to beat T-Series, which is literally like the whole TV network from India. Like everything they put out comes down to T-Series. So you're fighting a whole conglomerate, you know?
Right.
So obviously, if that's his battle, that's what he wants to do, he's going to keep working, and the work that he's putting out isn't going to matter.
Right.
Because he's breaking like freaking records left and right, and it's all because he has a mission right now.
Right.
And it's okay to say that is just your job.
But in part of it, you know, obviously he's doing something right. I think, because I don't think you cannot break a record like that, so left and right, and be this successful for the amount of time that he's been successful, and be doing something wrong.
No, it's because
right?
he clearly raised the bar.
Right.
Which is what most people responded to this. If you want, Google like Mr. Beast respond to Jack.
On YouTube?
You can just put it on Google so the tweet can pop up. Because Mr. Beast like responded.
To who?
Jack.
Right
there. So that one. So maybe
Okay.
maybe click it so the bigger one pops up.
Let's see.
Yeah. So the bottom right there.
Okay, so he said, that's what he said.
Yeah.
I ruined YouTube, quotation marks, because I didn't buy a mansion and sports cars, and instead reinvested my money into making content focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What does
that was his response.
Oh, yeah, the other guy. And he was like, if he had fun, the videos would be longer, in quotation. What does that even mean, LOL? You think I'll give up every... It's not the whole
I
thing.
think it was a fucking twit longer, so it's,
No, it's not. See, that's where you're wrong. It's called X.
fuck them. No, it's not gonna work because you have to log in now.
I don't have an
X
account
X
anymore.
doesn't let you fucking look at tweets anymore like that. Yeah,
Now I'm sad.
yeah.
We need to make an X account now.
Maybe just go to the images. Maybe just go to the images.
Ah.
It'll pop up.
He's
Someone had to screenshot it.
He's such a clever
Yeah, because there's
man.
no way. There we go. That one.
Ooh. Okay, let's look at this. Hold on. I need to open it.
Yeah,
And I need to have, like-
fuck Elon. Oh no,
That's not him.
That's Ethan Klein's response. Oh, right there.
This one?
No, to your left, to your left, to your left.
This one?
No, to the right.
This?
Yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go. There you go.
And then we can read Ethan's
And
reply.
we can cut this too. So I read what I read. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from here.
Yeah.
In quotation marks, he's restating what Jack said. If he had fun, the videos would be longer. What does that even mean, Elo? You think I'll give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun? This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion, and obviously there is so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man. Sigh.
Yeah. And if you want, read Ethan's reply. Ethan is the guy from H3, which is like, I love Ethan. Okay. Like that. Like a lot of people don't like because he can be very harsh with the way he talks.
Okay.
So sometimes it's like he might come off like, I think when I talked about it with Tony, and Tony was like, for the most part that he liked it. It was just like he just always acts like he knows better than everyone else, you know. And I get whenever people argue with someone, if I sound more arrogant when I know my shit, you can come off mean, which I feel like sometimes I've done that here. Like
I think we've all, to a certain extent, been
So this was his response to it.
All right, he's wrong for that, Jimmy, and no disrespect to Jacksepticeye. He's a nice guy by all accounts, but he spent the majority of his career power posting 2 Let's Plays per day. You don't post that hard unless you're trying to make a lot of money. Let's be real. And dude, you post Let's Plays, not exactly the pinnacle of artistry and effort. Also, the revisionist history of a utopian YouTube where no one cared about views and everyone was having fun all the time is total bullshit. The only difference between now and then is that Jimmy has absolutely dominated the space in a way nobody ever has before, making content no one has ever made before. Actually, maybe the first time in YouTube history where the number one person is also making the best content. Also, a rising tide lifts all boats. He's doing more for the platform and legitimizing YouTubers than anyone before. Jack, if you aren't having fun on YouTube, I'll recommend looking inward. I'm not a Mr. Beast simp at all. But this is all just because objective truth. Damn, I can't read today. And trust me, I know a hater when I see one because I am one. Seems like an honest man to me.
Yeah, I like that take because honestly, like people like to reminisce on like back in the day. Like that's why I prefaced it with like back in the day when the gamers were the dominant thing. Like back in the day, comedy sketches could make you a whole career. Nowadays, you make more money being like, I gave a homeless person $100 just to make their day. You know, it's just like they're like
a lot of clickbait.
And unfortunately, that has a lot to do with Mr. Beast. Right? There is like this whole, like we said, it's clearly a wave that people are trying to catch with Mr. Beast. Right? But to put that on Jimmy, like he's the like go out and do this. It's not the same because he's also doing other things than just giving shit away.
Right.
You know, he still has his content that he likes to do,
right.
which you know, like it might be mostly for children. Like I don't give a shit that you write on like the cheapest plane to the most expensive plane. Like I don't care. You know, I'm like whoop-de-doo. But I'm like, if he's having fun, people are loving it. I'm like, that's not really affecting anybody.
And I think part of it is you do see effort in it.
Oh yeah, I'm
like
pretty
definitely.
sure tons of hours have to go into planning.
Yeah, like that. Effort, and I think they record so many hours, and then they're posting like such a tiny portion of that. Yeah, and you know that alone is like to go through all that content and pick the best 5 minutes.
He's not.
Obviously, he's not doing that.
No, but he did that at the beginning.
Obviously, you still have someone who's dedicated to that. So it's not like an effortless thing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, even like his climb, he was like counting to like 1 million on live like camera. So he it's not like he hasn't put in the work. Right. Okay?
Obviously, it's not as risky as cutting logs.
Yeah.
But still,
there's a lot of mental anguish.
Yeah.
Like sleep deprivation. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes from counting to 1 million.
Other YouTubers.
Yeah, but I can see it. I think they pieced it up already. They talked about it.
And like you said, it's okay to say, you know, I don't like his content. I just want to have fun with it, and people have fun with me having fun. You know, but there's a lot. Effort is gonna. Doesn't equal.
Yeah, but like Ethan said, it's not like Jack has made like I think he's popular because he did do like very like emotional dramatic stuff before. But like the majority of this stuff is gaming stuff, so let's not pretend that, you know, like you're fucking writing the next freaking Oscar award-winning movie. You know,
everyone wanted. Even I tried it and spilled the bean.
Oh yeah, that is true. You did have a gaming channel,
so it's like, obviously it does take some level of talent.
Yeah,
but
I saw a lot of people online being like, "No, mom and dad are fighting," because they've been online for so long. Both of them have. So there's a bunch of people who literally grew up alongside these people,
watching them.
So it's
No, you're
it's
right.
kind of insane to see that all that take place in like, you know, they're like,
And it's not that harmful, you know, to say you don't like someone's content.
It's not,
It's
but,
okay.
but honestly, like they take like fucking like I think it's called sacrilege and shit. Like you went against God, you know. Like honestly, like if you talk a little bit bad for Mr. Beast, everybody's like, how dare you not like Mr. Beast? It's insane. You know, and which to a point, it's like it's so wholesome. Why don't you like it? You know, I but like we said,
I mean,
if we're being charitable to Jack, he probably meant the effect that he's had on these money hungry people who are just doing it for the sake of that.
Sure.
Yeah, because he is leading the way. Obviously, there's gonna be people trying to catch that.
Sure, and people who will misuse it.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into some sciencey things?
Do you have sciencey things for
I
us?
have a little
You're gonna
thing.
make me think? Fuck that.
No, you don't
I'm
have to
drinking-
think. You know
oh.
how in the past couple of years, you know, we've seen stories about how AI has beat some like people in like for example Go, right? Google's AI beat the number one player in Go. Go is like that game with the white and black chips.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see like, oh, now the AI beat such and such in chess now and this and that. Well, AI beat humans at another thing.
What-
you want to take a
what
guess?
thing?
I don't think you can guess it. It's kind of a...
Can you like give me like a hint?
It has to do with computer stuff and robots.
All the
and
stuff they have an edge on. I mean, all right, first of all, AI. I challenge you to a game of Connect 4 in real life.
Okay.
All right,
In
Look,
real life.
Yeah, in real life. And
No, he's
no
gonna
one
break your finger like that Roblox broke that
yeah.
kid's finger. Watch out.
Look, I hate the Go and the checkers and the chess ones because they have every single play memorized like on the tip of like it's not fair. They can calculate for every move you make. It's literally how people cheat on chess. They mark down your plays and they're like, this is what he does. The gameplay you're probably going towards, it has already been recorded.
So I wonder in this
This is not even fair. I don't get why
Yeah.
anybody would even give that the time of day.
Well, I wonder in these experiments if they put a time constraint, like you have 1 minute to make a move.
Yeah.
If they do that, then it's a little bit impressive. If you have infinite amount of time to make a move, then yeah, the computer's gonna win.
Yeah, but I
'Cause-
think it just depends. Like, I'm pretty sure these things have like the fastest CPUs in the world.
well,
that it's
but
just-
here's the thing,
Dude,
No,
have it running on fucking Windows 4 or whatever. If you're gonna, yeah, you know all the moves, but you're on Windows 4.
Windows 4. Well, there's some things that take so much computation,
Yeah.
even on a big machine.
I
it
get
takes
that.
a long time.
I get that.
I'm just curious about time constraint. Well, this one was on drone racing. An AI beat the world record drone raiser by half a second.
What?
And I have a.
He didn't technically crush him, so that's
I
kind
have,
of good.
yeah, I have a video.
Okay.
This is the expert. Half a second is a big deal. I guess you can mute it. I don't know if this music is
Wow, it's
copyrighted.
copyrighted.
Yeah. So, anyways, you know, you can see the human is red, the AI drone is blue, and then they're racing. And the cool thing about this, I guess, is that the AI was trained in a simulated environment.
Yeah.
So it wasn't trained with an actual drone.
So how about? So did they not know the track? Did both of them know the track?
That's a good question. But
Because if they knew the track ahead of time, it's not nowhere near as fair.
well, it could also be that the human knew the track ahead of time, right? It has to be. At
But
least,
I think the thing is like humans can forget. You know, the robots not. That's what I'm saying.
Just
Like,
said
it's
right.
not. It's not fucking fair. It's just not fair.
It's because I think part of it. Look, okay, so part of it. Look, I get what you're saying. In that, the thing about the AI is that it's trained with a bunch of samples. So the idea is that when you go on a race, it's not like, oh, we have already figured out the most optimal path to win this race, like the most optimal path to make it the shortest time to finish the race, right? It has to be that you trained it in so many generic, you know, maps that when you go to the actual race, it's like, oh, this is different. Same thing with the human, right? The human knows how to use the drone in many different environments, so that when you go on a race, you can possibly
I
win.
challenge you to a swimming competition, but it has to be a computer.
It has to be a drone.
Yeah.
You're trying to challenge a drone to a swimming competition.
Just like I'm thinking like a boxing match, but they don't give it enough time to get like a suit.
Yeah.
Does me beating up a robot? I mean, a computer.
Anyway, I just think the cool thing was that the apparently the AI was trained in a in a computer environment, like a virtual world, and then they took that knowledge and just put it on
Just
a
say that
drone.
'cause that's your job. Creating
It's not my
virtual
job.
worlds.
To be honest, my job is the virtual world part, but I don't deal with AI. I haven't done. I know how AI works, roughly speaking, but I haven't done anything with AI myself.
I know. I
That's the
wasn't.
sad part.
That's
Or
not
the
what I
cool
was
part.
saying. Not even what I mentioned. I was
I know.
saying the virtual part before
The
you got
virtual
all
world.
offended.
No, and I said I do that.
You cut yourself.
I do that.
Loser.
Well, I do.
Yeah,
worse than
but
cutting
fuck
myself.
this. Fuck, I'm like, I'm not impressed. Just like whenever they're all like, oh, the AI passed the lawyer bar. Like, I'm like, I'd be more upset if it didn't. You have all the rules. What the fuck are you talking about? Am I supposed to be like, oh my God, like the fucking computer who has everything at the tip of his fucking fingertips?
Wait till computers have feelings, then you'll look unsympathetic.
I hope so.
I'm just playing.
I hope they can be like, you know what? Maybe he is right. It's not that really that great of an achievement since I was pre-programmed to know all the rules.
Everything.
That's so stupid. Of course it was gonna pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a point there. Well, here's another one.
All
Let's
right.
see if this impresses you. Okay.
Okay.
AI made a trailer, and they're saying, "Oh, it looks like pixel, not pixel, like Pixar level trailer." Okay. Let's see what you think. I think this one you can put the volume up. I don't think that they'll get copyright. This is AI generated.
Residents are feeling
I
quite
think they use
charged up
Midjourney for
as
every
unexplained glitches
frame.
and power outages run rampant.
We don't have to watch the whole
turning
thing,
daily
it's a little
life
long.
into a comically electrifying experience.
I like how they're all like, oh, it looks like Pixar. Did it fucking steal all its source from Pixar?
I
Yes.
tried to talk to my friends,
I don't know.
but instead
I'm pretty
it-
Well,
sure
it's
it did.
Midjourney. Whatever Midjourney
Yeah,
is.
it was probably
I guess I'm having
fucking
an upside
Pixar.
down sandwich today.
Yeah. Oh, you can take it off.
What's caught?
Yeah.
Now there is a scene right here
Yeah.
where you can clearly see the AI right.
on again.
Watch
5
this.
times.
Look at his
The
mouth.
last guy told me he was transferring me
Look
to
at
a
look at the
Wi-Fi
kid's
eyes.
mouth.
Yeah.
So where's the magic?
No
His
ticket
hands.
number, no wizardry.
Keep looking at the
I didn't
mouth.
get a ticket number because your system hung up
Yeah.
on me. Give me a second.
Did you see the mouth?
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
okay. Anyways,
Yeah. No, none of this impresses me. I'm like,
but this is the beginnings, bro. Think about like 2 years.
yeah.
down
Now
from today.
that the fucking lawsuits come through, when Pixar and Disney start suing.
Well, why? No, but because that's the problem. When Disney knows how to use that thing to make
no,
cartoons.
they're gonna use it for sure.
Right.
But for now, like until they develop their own, everything else, I'm like, dude, like the minute like you see Disney, like fucking Mickey Mouse being recreated on there, that's when the lawsuit's gonna come down.
Sure.
The hammer's gonna come down. All right, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but that's I'm saying the problem is whenever, we have the Writers Guild strike, and all the artists going like, we ain't doing this shit until we get paid. Then they get this thing.
Yeah, no, that's what they're
then
trying.
they
That's what they're trying to
perfect
do right now. The only difference is like whenever you have that's the power of collective collective bargaining,
Right.
right? Because right now they're about to go after the gaming industry. I have
Really?
that. I have that on my folder.
Let's take a look. Is it on Nerd?
I think it's
Internet drama?
Check nerdy stuff.
No, we finished with Nerd stuff.
Oh, then yeah, the internet drama. Yeah. So, yeah, there it goes. It's off, the second and last one. Yeah. Yeah. So, here's a post saying SAG-AFTRA is set for a second strike against video game companies.
It
right?
makes sense.
All right. As is right now, Fortnite doesn't even pay people for their dance moves. It doesn't pay
I
anybody for their
remember
likeness. Like, I remember it was a big deal because they, my favorite sitcom, Scrubs. In the show, one of the main characters, Turk, is like rehearsing to be in like an air rock band.
Okay.
And they want him to be like the star of the show, like the dancer or whatever. So he goes up there and Turk, the main actor, his name is Donald Faison. Yeah. And he was like, he freestyled the dance for the song. And Fortnite took it, the exact same thing, and didn't pay them a cent. So look, if you were the player.
Let's take a look, everybody.
Yeah.
Do you think this is easy?
Hey, so look, I'll put it on right now, but I just want you to hear it. He's dancing to Poison. All right. And all right. So,
Oh, that dance.
yeah. So that dance right there.
Yeah, because that's very Fortnite. I was like, that's Fortnite. Like the little kids.
Yeah.
Why is he dancing to Fortnite?
He's dancing the Fortnite song. So I think right here they're gonna have it like with like their
Like from side
Fortnite
to side.
overlaid. It's literally like side to side. They jacked his whole dance, and refused to pay a dime. When it's so clear, like, oh, where's the? I think that's what the Fortnite music do.
Oh.
Hey, hold on. You'll see right now. I think
Yeah, but I thought there was a clip. Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be like the actual
Yeah, right
aerials.
Full effect.
Yeah. I'm like, how are they gonna act like they didn't?
And
just
that guy looks like
fucking-
me. Same muscle.
Muscles.
Muscle. What was that word? Musculoskeletal or whatever.
Muscular skeletal. I
Whatever
think.
it was. Couldn't
Yeah.
remember it.
So it's just like, can you imagine them trying to pretend like they didn't just rip off this guy?
And now they're trying to rip us off with ads.
Yeah. So
No, I get you.
that's all fucking bullshit. And yeah, and so same thing. Writers Guild is searching for protection against AI. You know.
I can see that, and I could also see maybe them getting away more with video games than shows. I think because I feel like you have more flexibility to sort of like focus on the gameplay, and maybe the story doesn't have to be that good. So you kind of
Well, that I think that was another conversation I want to talk to you about. All right, who do you think makes more money, like games, music, or movies, or in TV?
probably movies. No,
Games makes more than everything combined. It's such a gigantic fucking behemoth that for corporations, they literally keep putting on dog shit games, and then like immediately after they're all like, "Oh, we're sorry, we have to go back and fix bugs." It happens all the time.
that's gonna
all the
happen
time.
more and more. Not just with games, but with every program out there.
Yeah.
I can predict.
I don't.
that.
Yeah, because they're like, we want to just put shit out. We want everybody to. And it's like no one really benefits from it because honestly, we can wait a week, bro. You can finish it. Don't fucking put it out yet.
Yeah.
But no, it's all about fucking money.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm telling you, I think it's I don't think it's gonna get any better.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because there's so much money in this, and it's a race. It's like people want, like, we need to be the first ones to showcase this feature, and so who cares that there's bugs? We'll fix them later. People are buy the game anyways.
And I see how that can fail. Like I think a good example is look up the Lexus LFA.
Lexus LFA.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is for my car enthusiasts out there. Okay, so the Lexus LFA, like, you know, was supposed to come out, I think, like maybe like 2 years before it actually came out.
Okay.
And it was the first one. I think it had like a carbon fiber body. It literally had so much amazing shit under the hood, and like it was set up to be like one of the greatest supercars like ever released to date. But they had to push it back. And afterwards, whenever it came out, it wasn't as impressive as it would have if it would have came out on the set date. And it's honestly one of like the greatest looking cars out there. I love it. I see it every now and then at the car show, and it's so freaking cool. But it sucks that it never got the recognition it deserved because the date got pushed back.
It's because like there is a lot of that in the tech industry where it's like we have to be the first one, and we have to do it now.
Yeah.
And if somebody beats us to it, not good. And I think sometimes what has happened, and this is like actually like what's happened in history with the last few decades, is that sometimes it's not the company that delivers the best product, it's the company that delivers an okay product for an okay price.
Yeah. I just think
and that's what happens sometimes.
Thanks to the internet now, there's a lot of like indie stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Like right now during the strike right now, one of the only companies that's allowed to keep filming is A24. Because they actually pay everyone accordingly when they're the smaller ones.
Right.
Because they're not beholden to like fucking these rooms behind the closed doors that you don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
You know, they're not beholden to them. They want to just put out art, which is, you know, unfortunately, everybody rather just apologize for their shitty games rather than waiting and putting out something good. Cyberpunk, the game, they're like,
I was thinking of that.
After the update, everybody's like, oh, Cyberpunk is great. I'm like, you guys literally got Keanu to sign off, and everybody was like, fuck this game.
Yeah. He still did good, I think.
Yeah, because of Keanu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
but it was buggy as hell. People were like...
Everyone hated it. I think it's like, it got to the point where, like, you know, I think refunding games has become even more common because... Who would ever imagine you would buy a game, get home, play it, and be like, nah, I want my money back. And the company's like, yeah, here's your money. No,
back.
They know it was shit.
Yeah. No, they know.
There was a game, I think, was it Anthem or...
Was that from EA Anthem? The
I-
one with
I-
the
It has like a robot on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, this is gonna be like the next Destiny. Is gonna live on forever. It was supposed to be a game that was set up for like it was supposed to have like a super long thing. They're like, you're not gonna have to pay for like a bunch of shit. It's supposed to be really good. And whenever it came out, it was just so buggy and so shit. There's like, why not just wait? Your companies that are already established, you don't need that.
They're hungry. They're trying to.
Yeah. I mean, I know the reason why. I'm more so saying that to like, yo, yeah, fucking reflect. I'm all like, dude,
Because you're right. Like, they could just deliver good shit. And they'll stay at the top. You don't have to be that greedy.
yeah. No.
And then people would actually, I don't know. It's weird. Or like, if you think about all the franchises, the one that's been around for a long time, they're around for a long time because they offer something amazing. So if you build something amazing that's new, it'll stay for a long
But
time.
let's be completely honest. Like, new stuff don't really come out as frequent as they should. It's always just like a sequel,
Yeah,
a
for sure.
prequel,
Right.
remake.
Because they're out of ideas. And it's like, come on, I need it in 2 years. I need it in 1 year. I need the new Call of Duty next year. No, next year. Reuse the shit that we used last year, okay?
Yeah.
Just add a scope to it. All right, Martinez. I don't know.
I don't-
Hey, and Esteban's last name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't get how honestly like sports games. It's literally the exact same shit.
They don't feel like they don't feel revolutionary.
They-
They hold it because they have the license. If you think of a great idea, you can't do shit with it unless you make like fake teams that don't exist.
Yeah.
But
They should just make like one like one version that lives online, and then whenever there's a new character rising, just sell it.
I thought about that too. An online soccer game where you keep everything updated. You can buy characters and whatever.
Yeah, the stats keep updating.
But I don't know why they don't do it. And to be honest, EA, I think EA won the most hated company.
For
like
microtransactions
2 years
too,
and
yeah.
stuff. So it's like, and they still have the license.
Maybe they shouldn't be the ones allowed to do it, because honestly, it'll be like you have to pay money for their jerseys. You have to pay. Yeah, I can see.
Otherwise, your player's naked running around the freaking
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, but God, dude, honestly, this is a very, very sad state that things are in.
Yeah,
because the reason that they're pressured to do this, and then you have idiots online being all like, "Why are they protesting when they just put out shit?" And I was like, "No, I'm like, that's not the creatives aren't the ones willing to do this. No, the creatives are all like, you're on a fucking deadline because you work for me.
Right.
I am the company's the owner of the IP, and if you don't meet this, we'll just get someone else to do it." That's the main reason why. And unfortunately, because of that, like whenever it comes time to negotiate stuff, they're like, "Look at all these low ratings." I'm like, it would have been better if you just waited.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see what else is on the folder?
More anger.
Yeah. I'll go to the very last. No,
Yeah.
we got good news. Our boy, you remember who that
Our
is?
boy, yeah, the chess master.
Hey, let's go. Our boy Hans Niemann has been cleared. He's a free butt plugless man. Dude, his life got so like Fresh Prince twist turned upside down because of a stupid fucking rumor that they started online.
But he did cheat, right? But not like that. Keep going.
That's the reason I was
Keep
setting
going.
it
Keep
up.
going. Yeah, sorry, I'm always ruining stories.
Yeah.
That's my job in this podcast.
For those of you guys who do not remember who this is the chess grandmaster Hans Niemann, who was slated to be like, he could have ended up being like one of the greatest like ever if this story didn't come on and wash his whole career down the fucking toilet. So he was playing against another grandmaster. Go to the other.
He had a cool name.
Yeah, he did.
He has a cool name.
Give us 1 second. Hans Niemann, controversial. Blah blah blah. Blah. Where the fuck is it?
Where is that guy's name?
Magnus. Yeah.
I'm naming my kid Magnus.
Yeah,
That's
Magnus
it.
is such a fucking dope ass name. So yeah, go back.
Sorry.
So he was playing the match against Magnus, and he ended up winning. And everybody was like, "How Magnus is one of the greatest ever," and people started like coming up with the conclusion that he had to have been cheating. And somebody was like, "Yo, what if he wore a butt plug that vibrated to help him win?" Somebody was feeding him answers through his ass. And unfortunately, it sparked up so much controversy that everyone online started reporting on it. We came on here, we were laughing at Magnus. We were like, "Fuck."
We even got Tony to wear a butt plug to see if it worked.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a joke. Yeah, he's not here to. It's a joke.
Look, obviously that was such a stupid theory that couldn't have possibly happened. But it got to the point where people online were like, I'm gonna design one and we're gonna figure this out if it's possible. So it just kept growing and growing and growing, and now his name is forever attached with the butt plug guy. All right, but he's like, I'm not gonna stand by and let my name be dragged through the mud like this. And he sued chess.com and Magnus. All right, the court case has concluded. They came to an agreement. I'm pretty sure he got paid. And now he's actually allowed to come back to chess.com,
Really?
which he was banned off of because throughout all this, it came to light that he's been cheating.
Right.
All right. There's a lot of times that he has cheated and he's been caught. And now not only did your fair match against Magnus gets overlooked because now they're all like, you're a fucking cheater.
Yeah.
So he
Which is crazy, right? Because you cheated on your way to the top.
Yeah,
and then
and-
you beat the top
and now
without
no one
cheating. And you're
believes
like,
it.
well, can I trust you?
Yeah. Yeah, so so unfortunately, the butt plug story was fake. I say unfortunately because that story was fucking funny. And because through all of this, he's allowed to come back onto chess.com,
Chess.com.
which is kind of also crazy.
Does it
'cause-
matter? Do you think people would actually want to play with him, though?
Yeah. Yeah, because he actually beat Magnus.
You think some people don't care about that?
No,
They just play him?
Look, it's because at the end of the day, I think on like Twitch and like chess, he's apparently super competitive.
Yeah.
People are super serious about this, and
They take it to the chest.
he's clearly good. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm pretty sure, you know, every now and then you're like, I don't feel like fucking thinking. It's just, what the fuck is that?
And then if you lose, you're like, you have a bad plug. And then you leave.
Yeah,
the room.
yeah. Butt plug confirmed.
Yeah. Every time you lose, you just insult him. He's
Yeah,
cheating.
yeah.
Leave.
I like that the chess community is forever associated with the butt plug cheating scandal.
Jesus. Is that how the AI won? You had a
Oh.
Jesus. AI
Yeah.
is crazy now.
Yeah.
What else you got here?
That's it for that. Well,
Oh, this is
yeah,
part of
yeah.
the
So
SAG-AFTRA.
this is the guy who sold the Puchita slippers. He's all like,
Oh.
now imagine Fortnite having to actually pay the creators for their dances and emotes who help push their microtransactions into the billions. Because it's for real. They steal, and unfortunately, like since most main culture is black culture, you know, they're stealing from like black people who don't have much, you know, like for
Right.
like the dances that come out of like, you know, like popular songs, they're made up by somebody who isn't like the
Right.
artist,
Right.
you know. So I remember because I think the Floss kid was also a part of that, and I think he ended up losing because apparently he stole it from someone else. Yeah, so it's just like it's like there's a lot of stuff to it, but yeah, I think those dances should be copyrightable, but I don't think that the laws are there yet.
You think it's because they weren't copyrighted in the first place, and they just said,
You
"Well,
sh-
they're
you
public
sh-
right
should-
now."
You shouldn't have to copyright it because everything's on video. I was like,
Yeah.
and not only that, they were popularized by these people.
Right.
You know, like we know that Faison like there's clips of him like before and after that he has a podcast. He says how he showed up for work and he's like, oh, they're like, oh, you're gonna have to make up a dance for this, and he did that on the spot because he was a good dancer. He's always been a good dancer.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, that's
so
cool.
he did all that, and not only that, Poison is a very popular song.
Right.
So he probably already had stuff. He's like, I'm gonna recycle my own moves into this,
Mm-hmm.
and he came up with that. I'm like, he deserves to get paid for that. Yeah, but freaking the laws weren't there to protect
So,
their IP.
but this could revisit that, right? Maybe it's possible.
I have no clue. I don't know.
It's crazy because then, like, what happens if you bought some of these emotes? They would have to retroactively pay, or would it be like from this point on, every
They
new
have
emote
money.
you sell?
They would have to retroactively pay,
Retroactively
and they
pay.
would probably end up deleting and going further. They would probably make up new stuff.
But what do you mean by deleting? Like deleting
No,
stuff they couldn't
no. I think if
retroactively
you
pay?
purchased it, you keep it.
Oh, right.
Like, going forward,
You cannot sell it no more.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, because
Yeah.
then you fuck up the people that pay, and you're
yeah,
like,
then you get to buy them.
give me
yeah.
my V-Box back, but I had this rare remote.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just saying, like honestly, I honestly, I'm a big fan of people unionizing and demanding what they feel that they deserve, because a lot of people look at like unions as a bad thing. They're like, because unfortunately, there's a lot of protection. So whenever you're not unionized, There's a lot of envy. Like I know oil field workers hate people who are unionized because they say that they're lazy because they have someone looking over them, so they don't have to work as hard as the other guys. But the problem comes from management is just pushing you harder because they know they can. You know, so ultimately the problem is management and not the other worker.
Yeah.
You know, so let's stop pointing the fingers at people who don't have shit to do with the problem at hand. You know, so I know that like there's a bunch of Starbucks unionizing. There's a lot of Amazons unionizing.
UPS, right? That's how they got the raise.
UPS,
Wasn't that right?
The UPS fucking got everything they demanded for, and
But wasn't Starbucks trying to stop the Starbucks union? Sorry, I just jumped from company to
there's a
company.
lot of union busting, and like here's like a fucking rare like dub for Biden. Under his administration, they're passing the rule right now is if a major corporation tries to step in to bust it, their union's automatically gonna get like recognized.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What does it need for the union to be recognized? It has to be legally recognized?
Yeah. So
I
thought
you just had to like socially be like, we're a group, right?
No,
all right, nobody show up to work tomorrow. We're playing Fortnite.
No, because it's an actual it's an actual organization. It's actual organizing that goes into it. There's a lot of work that goes in behind setting up a union.
Yeah. No,
you know?
I know. I just thought maybe it was kind of like a social thing that is like we're a union.
No,
like you can see our website. Here's a list of people who paid their dues.
The stuff it costs money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't know it had to be legally recognized in order for it to be considered a union.
No,
that's the part I didn't.
Yeah, it's because honestly, it's because union busting is such a big deal. You know, so like the fact that they will try to step in and be like, if you guys unionize, we're firing all of you guys.
Yeah.
And that's enough for the thing. So hopefully it passes. I'm super pro union. I think it's stupid to tell workers that they're not allowed to demand more from the job that they're providing. There's a very popular saying that's all like, if the CEO stops working, the company still works. If the workers stop working, guess what happens?
So what happens even if it's not legally approved and everybody just goes like, don't show up to work tomorrow?
They'll probably fire everybody and just rehire everyone. Yeah, that's why Amazon has such a big turnover rate. Because they don't want people to unionize and demand freaking restroom breaks, demand water, like demand good AC. I remember there was a story that came out that there was like some lady who was lost her baby like on the line and stuff because they wouldn't let her sit down or go to take off.
Take a break.
Because if you take a break and you have to go home, they'll fire you. And a lot of people can't afford to lose their job.
Right.
Especially in like small towns that's literally the only place to work now.
That sounds like Amazon should be in the top 10 worst jobs. I'm trying to keep the podcast connected.
I think the company that does is it the Lay's? What the fuck is the parent company?
Sabritas.
No.
Oh, is it? Well, a lot of food stuff in it.
No, it's not Nestle.
That's not Nestle.
That's not Nestle. There was one for chips. I think that they do hot Cheetos and stuff because everyone was protesting it because people literally died on the line. They just dragged the person out and just told everybody to keep working. Your friend died right next to you, and fuck you if you want to get off.
You would stop me from podcasting if you just.
If I just died here
right now.
You're all like,
we need 2 hours of content.
You're like, Oscar left me these folders. I have to get
I must cover them.
Yeah.
Then it's like the death rate for most
podcasters,
1 for 100.
One for all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to say, has anybody ever died while podcasting? The guys that almost died at the coffee shop?
They almost got run over. Holy
shit. Are we done?
I don't feel safe anymore. There's some random stuff. I had one more sciencey thing. Do you want to look at the science thing or this random thing?
Look at random. Let's see, and then we can end on the sciencey thing in case it's a negative random. Have you heard of Burning Man?
The Burning Man?
Yeah.
No.
I think it's in Nevada. It's like this in the middle of what used to be a lake.
Okay.
They hold this giant festival, this music festival, and whenever you look at it from the sky, it's like a whole city gets built every freaking year that it happens, and it's incredible. And at the end of the music festival, they burn this giant statue, so it's called Burning Man.
Okay.
But this year, there's been record floods. It's been raining so much, and a lot of roads get built on alkali because water flows through it. And unfortunately, where they're standing on, all the mud is covered in alkali dust and stuff. So the type of mud that forms is like the sticky kind. so nobody can leave. I think just today they gave the order that they were allowed to leave. So they've been stuck there for like 3 days.
So they keep partying, or they no?
A lot of them, I saw. I think the people who were better prepared were.
Okay.
But it was
Yeah.
the temperatures were dropping to the 50s at night. A lot of people, the type of the alkali dust fucks with your, like, dries up your feet. So it's the type of the wet dry that causes infection because it cracks your feet. You know. So it's really, really bad. The situation, like you'll see on this video, it says.
And I guess there's no way to rescue people because it's so many.
Yeah, they couldn't get in. Like
oh, and that too. Yeah.
Did you know that Burning Man 2023
Come on, Microsoft.
is now declared a national emergency by the
Insane.
U.S. government, as over 73,000 campers are stranded, sheltering in place in their campsites at the event. The footage I've been seeing from there looks miserable, and I would be so upset if I had spent thousands and thousands of dollars to be here. But listen to this announcement people are hearing across the campgrounds.
Drive your vehicle. Do not ride your bike. Do not push your bike around. Remain where you are.
Yeah, pause it.
Secure structures and belong.
Yeah, there's images of a Jeep, like all the tires dug into the ground, and you can't get it out because who can haul you out?
Yeah.
If the car in front of you will just sink in.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
that liquidy.
Yeah, and it's bad. Like, and not only that, break everything. That's what they're all like. And I saw a video of Chris Rock and Diplo managed to escape early, and everybody's all like 70,000 participants are stuck while Chris Rock and Diplo left. I'm like, were they supposed to stay and suffer too? I'm like, look, I'm all for like eat the rich or whatever,
Yeah.
but I'm like, are they supposed to stay and suffer? I'm like, he already got slapped by Will. People play.
Puppies in your camp. Don't operate generators or other electrically powered instruments that are standing in water. Cover or secure anything electrical. Check on your campmates.
That guy's voice sounds like a podcaster, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like we're in trouble.
Yeah.
He's more like, yeah.
That's not an I'm in danger voice.
Yeah, it sounds more like, dude, do everything he's saying not to do.
Yeah.
To make sure you get what's needed and take advantage of a moment of calm to connect with campmates and hunker down. Stay safe out there, Black Rock City. More reports coming from the BMIR traffic chopper soon. Now back to the studio.
Festival goers are being told to
I think
conserve food
pause
and
it.
water because they're
I think it was just a radio host.
I mean, he has a good voice
Yeah,
for
it's a
radio
good
hosting.
radio
He's just
voice.
not the best voice for
emergency broadcasting.
emergency. Yeah.
All right, so what does it say?
It says, conserve food and water, no access in or out of Burning Man after the storm. And there is
Yeah.
what's that thing called? The
It's an inflatable arm man or whatever.
Yeah, those things that flap
I
down.
think the worst part too was there was a lot of environmental protesters outside blocking the way in and out before the rain.
Oh.
Yeah, so it just made them look so bad because after
they have the environment on their side.
But oh yeah, clearly Mother Nature was like, yeah, you're all right, fuck them, because it's nothing but rich people and there's a ton of private jets and stuff. So they're
Okay.
saying if Burning Man claims to be like so pro Earth, demand that nobody takes private planes. You know, so that was their whole thing. But clearly, when they block roads, you know, it's meant to piss you off.
Right.
Like their whole mission is like, if you don't feel frustrated about the world fucking dying, you.
And this happened before the storms. So it's
yeah,
not like they
yeah,
knew.
yeah, I don't
It's
think
not
they
like,
knew.
oh, we
It's
know the
just-
storms are coming. Let's block them.
I saw another TikTok that was all like, my boyfriend said it's all like, it's me or Burning Man, and she's like, and I went to Burning Man, and it was before the storms. So I went into the comments, and all the comments were like, this is not age well. They're like, he's laughing from home at this bitch. Their words, not mine.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's finish this
There's
video.
no access in or out of Burning Man after this storm, and everybody's trapped in this muddy wasteland. Currently, according to USA Today, they don't know how long these closures are going to last. However, they are saying cell phone service is virtually non-existent at the event.
Dang.
Though there must
Oh,
be
pause
some
it.
because we are getting
The porta potties are stopped being drained too, so it's fucking disgusting.
It
Yeah.
sounds disgusting. And then if you poop anywhere,
They won't know.
it's water everywhere, though. No, everybody will.
The float. What were you saying?
That's why you take a kayak with you.
You were the kayak down there.
Just kayak out of there. You have already been in bad waters. Who
video
cares?
footage from people to TikTok. And if you think that's bad, apparently there's a toilet situation too.
Oh.
As now all of the cleaning service to the porta potties has been halted. and the temperatures dropped into the low 50s. And if you heard that announcement earlier, they're not allowed to use their generators if they're on any kind of moisture. So I'm assuming people are cold, hungry, and not wanting to use the disgusting bathrooms. I have never been more happy to be a homebody.
Yeah, that's normally how they dress. Like you saw the top one.
Yeah.
It's always like super extravagant, like artsy people stuff. You know, there's videos of like this giant like eagle like flapping its wings, like this robotic eagle. Like they go all out. Can you look up a map of the Burning Man camp out just so you can see how insane it was? Dude, look at that. That is so freaking insane how they build all that just for this.
How many days are there?
I
Not considering the storm, just like on a normal event.
How long Burning Man is?
Yeah, like how long did they plan
I
to stay
think
there?
it's a long weekend leading up to the burning of the
man.
actual statue. Yeah, the man.
Where they got this freaking cultural thing? They're burning a man. Where did it start?
It's been around for a long time. Yeah. So people have been going for fucking decades and shit. It's a very popular festival. But look, that's fucking insane. 70,000 to 80,000 people.
They're very well organized. The lines are straight.
And apparently, you had to pay extra so you can leave on Saturday, so that it wouldn't be too crowded on the way out. So everybody who left Saturday were good. It was up until the Sunday.
That's when the bad weather came in.
Yeah, that's fucking.
And we're over here. Oh, we got rain today.
Oh yeah, finally.
Finally, we got some rain, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I whenever I saw this aerial view of it, I was like, that is incredible and insane.
This looks like those the drawings of Nazca. No,
like alien crop stuff.
No, remember in South America in Chile, the top drawings. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. No, this is not not a pepper. Wait.
What are you talking about, Danny?
There's something. The drawing. This guy is this right here. Nazca. I didn't want to put NASCAR. The Nazca line. See, these are like very old.
Are those not alien drawings?
No, they're human. It's like a very tall artist.
A tall artist.
No, but they're like they have like different drawings. Like here you can see the ant.
Yeah.
And here you can see
Are you sure that's not a spider?
I think that was supposed to be an ant, and this is supposed to be.
It's clearly a bird.
Yeah, it's a bird. I think it's a chicken or like a chick.
It's a lechuza.
Yeah, and then I don't know what this is, but you can only see them if you're really up there, and they've been around for a very, very long time. The Nazca, look them up.
Nazca.
Big drawings on the ground.
There are clearly messages for aliens.
For someone, maybe aliens. But here's the thing: is that like they're not easily erasable. It's not like people drove over them and they disappear.
I saw a very valid argument that was like
for aliens.
Not aliens, more like ancient civilizations. Of whenever they create like these giant things that people are like, we can't explain them. And I think there's somebody who's actually explained the pyramids. People are just stupid and don't bother looking it up.
Do you know what they said?
There's a whole YouTube dedicated to a guy proving how you can move heavy stuff with like hardly any.
Alex Jones. I just wanted to mess with you.
I know you did. No,
sorry.
No, but point being is like whenever they're like whenever white people build a civilization, they're like, oh, they were so advanced or whatever. When the freaking native people who are brown or black or whatever, they're like, had to be aliens. They had to be aliens, and it's always the exact same correlation. And it's just like maybe there's a little more truth to that than like people always try to be like, oh, aliens that were helping them. Why don't we ever say it backwards? I think we should start that kind
that
of
we
movement.
helped the aliens.
Oh, we helped the aliens.
I thought that's what you meant by backwards.
No, I meant like whenever a white civilization was formed, like aliens had to have helped that.
Okay.
Like reverse it.
Yeah, we've talked about how immigrants helped build the U.S. We're the aliens.
I like in the Blue Beetle movies.
I
don't really like that word, but he's like, but you could say it.
Yeah. That was one of the jokes that didn't really make a lot of sense in Spanish.
Oh,
because it's like I think the movie was better in Spanish. We didn't talk about. I just want to give a quick shout out. If you watch Blue Beetle and you like the whole cultural aspect of it, and you speak Spanish, you're like Mexican like us, go watch it in Spanish. It's much better. I would say that. What were we talking about? Speaking of large structures and ancient civilizations, so they're saying they want to build a new city from scratch, like a high tech.
I thought you were shipped off to the Middle East for that.
Well, something like that, but in the U.S.
Okay.
Like a high tech in California, your hometown of your home state.
They need to build fucking railroads. I mean, like freaking a light system. That honestly, if I was fucking president, I'd put trains everywhere, make the world more walkable. Honestly, that's how you end homelessness. Like you make it so that like people don't have to live in expensive cities. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just make it easy to move around.
Yeah, because the problem is with the way that there's no rent control. There's literally like more empty buildings than there are homeless people. That's like a proven fact, you know? And I think in New York, there's like this YouTuber, this TikToker who goes into buildings and he shows everybody how they're empty. He's like, thousands and thousands of people homeless. Look at all these empty fucking buildings. Yeah, so I'm saying my way to end homelessness is trains. Yeah.
Choo choo. So
I remember whenever I was said, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I remember when I was like I'm a big fan of movies that have trains, and you're all like, oh, I have a lot of train movies for you.
Pelham 1 to 3. You haven't seen it with John Travolta. He hasn't seen it. Everybody, y'all are approved. I've been telling him to watch that movie now.
Yeah,
but watch it in Spanish.
Yeah, no. I freaking Japan has it figured out with their light rail. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's they have good. I moved around in London on their their public transportation, not just trains.
I think if you look up is it the GDP, the per capita of like how much money people have in like over there, everybody outside of the city are fucking poor as hell.
Yeah,
and they,
I can see that.
Yeah,
well, like even in the city, you could see like sections where you're like, yeah, the housing here is
which proves the point. Like if it wasn't for trains, those complete like everything would be fucking.
Well, and then traffic's gonna be so terrible.
Well, that too.
I mean,
here in the U.S., for those of you guys who don't know, we don't have more public transportation because of the automotive industry. They fucking literally, lobbied for us to not to have any. And now because of that, the housing is so shit too. Because I think it goes hand in hand. It's a no-brainer to me.
That's why I kayak everywhere.
I like that. That has been the go-to, bro. Everybody just go out and buy a fucking kayak. Get a kayak. I've always wanted a kayak, and I saw on ChatGPT being like, how much are kayaks?
I was looking at it up. I looked that up.
I love kayaks.
That kayak that we rented, I found it. We found the same brand and everything. $700. It's a little expensive.
The one that Ricky lets me borrow is like over 1,000 something.
I've been wanting to ask Rick, like, how much did you pay for it, and where did you buy it?
Those are like fancy ones, like the ones that his cousin. I think his cousin. I think Ricky has a more simple one. Yeah, because for
I mean, you have the inflatable ones, but I'm afraid that if something pokes it, that's it.
Who has the inflatable one?
No, there are inflatable ones for like $150.
Oh, I think I've seen like there's the ones that like roll. Oh no, those are paddle boards.
Oh yeah, those are paddle boards.
Yeah,
you don't. Like, I guess you don't like sit on them. You're more like
it's
more sketchy.
And the thing too, the one that Ricky has is they're wider because you're dealing with like salt water too.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, so
and then some of them have like the fishing things and everything. Mm-hmm. But the one we found the one we used, the price was $700.
Wait, how much was to rent it?
$55.
That's it. I mean, for like an extremely random, nice little date.
Like if you've never done it too, you're like, for $55, I can figure out if I like this hobby or not.
It's kind of insane to me that we need to go to Austin and just rent the kayaks.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the company that we rented with, they have connections with the Austin side. Okay. But it doesn't make sense to me because they don't. It's not like a proper place. We couldn't find them. It's like we're downstairs and we're like, downstairs where? I ain't going downstairs.
Sketchy place.
Yeah, downstairs in the swamp. No, I ain't going in there. No, we're right here. Well, okay. I'm like, well, it's for kayak. Let's go. But I did enjoy it. So
in the swamp, that's what you were fucking kayaking in.
Here's the thing:
like his Shrek was gonna come out.
We did find some in Amazon that look almost exactly the same for like 300 and something, but it might be a different material.
You should just go to Academy. Whenever I was looking at them, I was looking through because you can actually see them in person and see how big they are. Because luckily,
so one time we saw one at Ross for like $250, and it looked good as hell. At Ross, they had one. Like it just had one there.
This is insane.
And it was like $2 something. And I remember Stacy was like, "That's cheap," and I'm like, "That's expensive." But I didn't know the price of kayaks, and now I'm like, "Fuck, we should have taken it. I would have put that on top of the Miata, whatever." we hold it like this. Let's go with the. Anyways, back back to what I was saying, dude. So, speaking of ancient civilizations, we might be at the beginning of creating a new
Oh yeah, you were talking about
future,
a new city. Yeah,
new
yeah.
city, new future ancient civilization. They want to create a new city,
Where?
right? People,
In California, you said.
California, close to, it's somewhere in there. It's close to San Francisco, I think.
Of course
and
it
close to Silicon Valley, because it's the
course it
people
is.
from Silicon Valley, the rich people from the high, like the very rich tech people. They want to build like a high tech city. They bought thousands of acres, okay, to build a city. And they say they want to make it walkable, like you can just walk anywhere and whatever. And it's going to be very high tech. And I'll just pull it up.
Yeah, because I know in Europe there's like cities that cars aren't even allowed in.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Venice, you gotta have a boat and a kayak. They can bring your kayaks everywhere now.
I think is that where Kanye West just got banned from?
Venice?
I don't know what part. I think maybe it was Amsterdam. Like he was floating on the river and he got caught getting head. You haven't heard about this?
I saw
it's his new wife. Or
I saw
whatever.
an
Like, you can see
article-
like his ass all out.
I saw an article that looked like that was what it was happening. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't need to know this.
Yeah.
I just kept scrolling. I'm like,
Dude, that's just fucking embarrassing. Yeah. So
if you're excited for a high tech city,
Sorry.
they might be
Sorry.
building one over in California. So here's some of the details. All right, I'm not gonna read everything, but the site was in a corner of San Francisco Bay Area where land was cheap, and they're just trying to build a very high tech stuff.
Yeah.
Like imagine like everything is top of the line, brand new. They're like, we'll buy all this land and we'll start from scratch. We'll plan everything, every building, every like the sewer system, electricity, and everything. We'll build it.
Yeah, that's probably for the best as long as it's affordable because a lot of their workers have moved all over the world
Or
because
they have trains. Your train system.
they need.
When are you gonna run for? I cannot run for president. You can.
I
I'll
can.
vote for you. But you can hire me as one of your advisors.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like first role of action. Okay, Danny. So North Korea just threatened to bomb us. Like, what do we do, bro?
Bomb them back, guys.
You're so pro war in the no, de-escalate. You're like, dude, you drop a nuke first.
No, we get there in kayaks. They won't notice us.
Send the kayak brigade. Yeah, Navy SEALs on kayaks.
Yeah,
I got you, bro. I got you.
No, but you should run for president.
Yeah. I'll start the cult.
Dude, when you're cold, bro, dang, dude. Can I be one of your priests?
Yeah.
No, but anyways,
Look, I'm just saying.
are you excited? Oh,
I
what do you think? Look, part of it, they said that one of the reasons why this might be attractive was because, you have really big companies like Google who have big headquarters. They want to expand it, but good luck expanding that in current cities like San Francisco. If you want to expand your headquarters, what do you need to do? You need to buy the guy next door,
ton
and
of money. Like everything there is so
right.
expensive.
So one of the things is like, well, we can start from scratch. Maybe Google wants to pitch in and
I
buy a
hate
set of
I
it.
hate the idea that it's a major corporation doing it because I think there's been like company towns before, and your whole livelihood's behind this company.
This company.
Like oh,
like a privatized city. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah, because think about it. Because look, a problem with work right now is that our healthcare is tied to our jobs.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to leave their jobs because they're like, I'm not gonna have healthcare. Okay. A lot of people don't take risks because they're like, why am I gonna go start a business on my own when I need healthcare? All right. It's so anti-American dream to live in a corporation's city. So
I can see that.
but if they are good to their employees, which I imagine Google is, 'cause I think it's like one of the highest rated like employee place, and the rent
Second to
is,
the Unqualified podcast.
and-
You want to work for us?
and the rent isn't bad because in San Francisco it's stupid.
Super expensive.
It's so stupid. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the problem, though. Like, eventually, not the same person will be the owner of the city, right? So eventually, the generation passes away. The next generation comes in. The next generation might not be as nice.
They probably could never even own like where they're living in either. Because to be completely honest, why am I going to sell it when I can just rent it to my employees?
So you think like the whole city's being like rented?
I think probably everybody who lives there will probably work there. If not in the restaurants, in the actual city, the
No,
actual
I get you.
company itself.
I'm just thinking.
And just Google all company towns. They've all been a fucking flop. Elon's trying to do that here in Texas, and people are like, "We are not going to do that. That sounds fucking ridiculous."
And that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I personally, I don't think it's a good idea just because a major corporation should.
But then you think about the big sphere.
the
That's cool. The Las Vegas sphere. You have a high tech city.
You can't sleep if you live across the street from it. There's always an eye.
That's why you have those little sleepy things.
And okay, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I there's a part of me that is like intrigued by it, just by the fact that like the top technology. Because like you mentioned that the Middle East where I got to visit.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things about visiting there is that I'm like, oh shit, they're actually using like the top high tech. You go to the airport there and you're like, oh, their freaking scanner is like automatically moves to your eye level and it's like takes a picture of you and it's like, that's Daniel, the Unqualified Guru.
Oh shit, that's
what it said. That's what it said.
Podcaster,
professional podcaster. But then you come back to the U.S. and it's just a guy like,
where were you at?
Qatar.
Where?
Qatar is very close to Dubai. Dubai is the one that everybody's like, oh my god, top. Like they have like all the top tech and everything. Qatar is not as popular, but Qatar is pretty cool. And like I was saying, is they have a lot of high tech stuff. Like the buildings look amazing. You're like, shit, this fucking the whole building just lights up. You're like, the whole building is an LED, just poop.
I know that a lot of the countries in the Middle East are like trying to move forward to something more feasible than they see where the world's headed, and like their major exports oil and stuff.
Well, that's why like in Qatar, why they're so rich is because of oil. So what they're trying to do is, well, they know that the world is trying to move away from oil.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is we need to move away from oil and move towards intellectual property.
Yeah.
We came up with ideas. The world tries to use our ideas. They have to pay us. That's what they're trying to do. So they have these amazing, like I told you, there was a whole city, dude. They have these amazing buildings that you look and you're like, this looks so cool. High tech, like looking buildings. No one lives there. They're like, any company wants to move over here, we'll subsidize it. We'll make it like tax free.
But you remember, like when my main gripe is that it's corporations controlling the entire city.
Well, right here it's not. No, not right now.
But where are the poor people?
The poor people are all the migrants who are building the city. That's the poor people.
No,
there's no poor people. There's no poor local citizens in Qatar. I don't think there's a concept of a local citizen in Qatar. The poor people are all the migrants who are building the cities. Who are building the stadiums for the World Cup, because the last World Cup was in Qatar.
That's literally where they said was literally like a sea of blood was made.
Yeah, the people were saying like this is a new type of.
It was the most bloody. Fucking
what they were saying
World
was
Cup
like this
ever.
is like a new type of slavery. It's like you're getting paid, but you're being worked on these nasty conditions and everything. But my point that I'm trying to make here is that when I came back to the U.S., you know, the U.S. is like supposed to be one of the most powerful countries, and you still have guys like looking at your passport like. That's you. Here you go. Move on. Right? So there's a part of you that you're like, oh, where's all this technology? Like, why are we not using it?
Don't get me wrong. There is facial recognition stuff going on the
in the background.
Yeah,
in the background. Right, but there's a part
it's just not so in your face.
But there's a part of you like, where's all this technology?
Yeah.
You want to see a robot like pointing at you with a gun.
I do not want to see that. I do not want to see a heavy militarized
It's a joke. It's a joke. But my point is like there's a part of you that you're like, oh, can you imagine if they could. Because, like, you look at Houston, right? It's a city. Like, you think, like, should we make a new building or just reuse the building? It's stupid. Just reuse the building. So when you look at this, you're like, it's empty land. You can create a whole new city from scratch. What if they were successful? How would it look? I'm not looking at it from the perspective of I want to live there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the perspective of like, how cool I just want to walk around there and look like, look at this.
Look at all the cool pictures I could take from visiting
it. Look, that's for you. So part of it is just like same thing with Las Vegas. I told you, I don't care about Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But I want to go see the Sphere.
Yeah.
Part of me is just because of I'm a technology computer scientist.
We can go to Vegas. I think it's like a 5-hour drive just to go see the Sphere.
We go see the Sphere? Let's go see.
We need to buy our plane tickets.
We do need to buy.
We'll talk about this.
They don't know what we're talking about. Right
yeah, we do. Yeah. I was
if
just
you want to buy our plane tickets.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but fund our trip to LA.
Yeah, fund our trip to LA. We'll give you a shout out on every single episode.
Yeah.
For the rest of the.
I want to buy the portable podcaster thing.
Oh, they don't say the portable potty.
It's like $100-something. It's not bad.
We should buy. I think you show me the link.
Yeah, the pod. It's like a pod track or something like that.
Yeah, and you carry it.
We need to get. It has. I think you can put up like 4 mics, So we can record the freaking podcast
whole
from
podcast.
Yosemite
From just, we can ask the tree questions.
or squirrel.
Just like those videos with the little tiny mic.
Yeah.
And just like asking dogs. What are we even talking? It's the end of the episode.
Look-
If you haven't left by now, it doesn't matter.
You idiot.
Are you excited? Would you go visit this? Would you go live there? That's another question. Who would go live there? It would mostly be like Silicon Valley people. Like, I do programming, computer science.
Well, like I was telling you, like during COVID, they proved that you can work from wherever. So I think a lot of people honestly moved out.
And a lot of companies are getting people like, hey, you need to go back to the office.
But it's because of how
nowadays.
expensive it is to have buildings.
It is.
That's the only reason why. Because like my job right now, they're like, yo, it's been long enough. We need to start bringing people back in.
Even one of the first people was Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk was one of the, like, you need to go back to the office. And then
but Elon also said COVID was going to be over in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not saying.
No,
like,
I just can't, I like emphasizing how fucking idiot.
No, I know you hate Elon.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm saying like other companies are now following suit. I think what's it, Salesforce? I don't know.
Remember
Mark Zuckerberg?
Remember we saw.
He's like, you need to go back to the
Remember
office.
we saw an article that was all like, they're like billions of dollars are being lost because nobody's working in buildings anymore, and we're all like. And you think we give a shit? Dude, I get 2 hours extra with my family a day. Are you fucking stupid if you think I give a shit that rich people are suffering?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
But you need to take picture of building.
I can take pictures of empty buildings.
Yeah, that's true.
I first of all, I love taking pictures of rundown buildings. So
You should go to Qatar. That whole city was empty. It looked amazing. I was like, they could build a movie here for zombies. They could. They definitely could.
They could pay back the money they owe the family of the people who died. That's what they could do. Fucking assholes.
No digas eso, because then they won't let me whack it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm just joking.
Yeah, well, point is that everything on their folders?
It better be, because what the fuck? We've been here for hours now.
Yeah, honestly,
I think
this is probably the longest episode we've done in a while.
Wow.
And, dude, we came in and we were like, we don't have anything to talk about.
Nothing happened this week.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot a joke.
Say it right
You
now.
told me, did you watch One Piece? And I was going to say, no, just one piece of it.
That was bad. Good thing you forgot it.
Good thing I forgot it.
Dude, another update on the Andrew Tate case. He's so fucking cooked.
Really?
Yeah, look.
And he hate cooking.
Yeah, he's like, if you're cooking at home, you're a fucking idiot. You should be.
You should be. Yeah. But speaking of cooking, dude, air fried chicken thighs,
That's what you
buffalo
ate?
sauce, dude, they're fucking amazing. I just figured that recipe. I'm just like, if
Oh,
I'm
you
hungry,
put buffalo sauce on it.
put some buffalo sauce. You put some of that.
Look, whenever you make it, you let me know, and then I'll go try it, and then I'll.
Oh,
come
you
back
don't
and
believe
try.
me?
No.
You get that generic.
I guess I want to know the recipe. If it's good, that's
It's simple.
I like to
you
change
get
it up
that.
every
You
now
get
and
that
then.
generic
Buffalo sauce, like the-
no. Wait, before the buffalo sauce, the thing you marinate it with is like salt and like what's that thing? The things that the vampires hate.
El borracho, garlic.
Garlic powder with salt and I forgot what else.
So you're basically
The generic one.
Yeah.
You throw it on it. You throw a bunch of buffalo sauce on it, and I don't know about you. I claim Mexicans, we like that. We like things to be crispy, right? So
quesadas.
yeah. So when you put it on the air fryer, the air fryer is like put it for 26 to 29 minutes. Bullshit. Put it for 35 minutes in there. Marinate it with the buffalo sauce and that generic thing. Throw them in there. Go goof off and play Fortnite. Come back after 35 minutes. Those things are delicious.
Dude, honestly, I think I came on here whenever I got my air fryer, I was like, dude, my life has completely changed. I love the air fryer. Dude, honestly, I do fried rice and like a sausage link. Dude.
Wait, you air fry the fried rice?
No.
Oh.
I have a rice cooker.
Damn, I need a rice cooker.
Yes,
now.
that's what you need.
Stacy, buy a rice cooker so you can try it.
Well, let's just go ahead and end. This has been a fun one. We actually finished the whole 6-pack.
6-pack. It's all for
and
you.
this is like the strongest beer we've had in a while.
It's all for you. And I blew one up on me. So if you want to know how that looks, stay tuned for after the little sound effect after the end.
I've been drinking so much this weekend.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow. And no invite.
You were invited. You were there.
Only for one of them.
And I drank a lot that one. I felt really bad the next day.
You did?
Yeah.
Weak.
Look, I think I was having nicotine withdrawal too because I was smoking cigars.
Oh, because you were smoking too.
Yeah, like the entire next day I felt awful.
Really?
Yeah. So I like cigars and I don't smoke them like frequently. It's just like every now and then, like maybe like once a month.
Right.
But like we've been going through shit over here on this side of the town. And it's just like, like when you get together, you start drinking, and you're like, oh, you want a cigar? I'm like, yeah, of course.
Was it you the one that told me that whenever you drink, that's when you want to have a cigar?
Sometimes, yeah.
Someone told me that.
I've said that before.
If it wasn't you, it was one of the people that's very close to you that told me that.
Yeah, I've said that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was you.
And it just happened. But you have to be like heavy drinking, not like one beer's not going to
that ain't nothing. It has to be a Tarnation.
Yeah, it has to be like
which is unreasonably strong ale.
Yeah, it's a rich and robust.
I'm thinking, what am I going to call this segment of the podcast? It's just pure rambling. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the episode. If you're still here, we love you. Thank you for being with us for almost 2 years. Danny's almost 2 years.
It's almost 2 years, bro.
Insane.
It's almost 2 years.
Dude, I honestly...
And people said we weren't going to succeed.
Well, I mean, we haven't
proved them wrong yet, but that's what they said.
They haven't proved us wrong.
Yeah.
We haven't failed yet. But honestly, I love doing this so much. It's honestly the highlight of my week.
It's because he has to see me, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and I get to see you.
Yeah. Clearly, like,
and whenever the camera's not rolling, I get to carry him.
When the camera comes off, and
it's like, come here, Oscar.
Look, obviously, me and Danny are family, all right. But like we do like each other, so that's the best part about it. Is like it's not fake. It's not for the cameras only,
And we fight. You've seen us fight. If you've been around, you've seen us fight. Yeah. After we fight, we hug it out.
Yep.
I go outside. I still yell at him. He yells at me. And then we come back the next Monday.
And then we're like, Fortnite.
And we go home. We're like, you want to play Fortnite? Let's go.
Look, thank you for being with us. We have been the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar.
And this is the number one Danny. There's no other Danny. Pout!
You then?
Why did you do that?
It always happens to you.
No, that didn't happen to me. The other day, I think it was someone else. This is the first time.
Hey, don't move.
No, I'm not moving. Good thing he's on camera.
Yeah. You said pout?
Pout! That's a new way of exiting.